1, 2, 3, 4.
The following video may contain content parents may find unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody! It's Hunger again. And welcome to another Brawlhalla stream. So, yeah, it looks like they added some Kung Fu Panda characters in. Amazing. You know. I don't know when the last relevant Kung Fu Panda thing happened, but, you know. I guess more power to them for making use of characters from the franchise, I guess. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get connected to the Discord chat. Let's see.
Come in, you royal boob!
There we go. Alright. Alright. Oh, somebody's sending me an invite because they don't know how my streams work. Hello, Derpy Cry. How's it going? Alright, so normally what I do is I just go ahead and play ranked until enough people show up that want to actually play with me. But let me go ahead and jump in. Okay, nice powerful custom game room. Ooh, that's pretty lit. Alright, so map set. Big maps only. Screw little maps. Screw all of the little maps. Alright. Nobody likes little maps. Alright. So yeah. Let's see, who's available for free this week? We got let's see, Scarlet, Baraza, Ember, Mirage, Isaiah, Jiro, Rayman, Dusk, and Mako, it looks like. Alright, I suppose I can go ahead and pick a character out, huh?
Orion.
Royal boob here. I mean, heyo.
Heyo. Anyway. No new stage? I saw this new background and I was like, hey, maybe there's a new stage that goes with that.
Yeah, I was disappointed too.
Oh well, if it's not going to be awesome like Sundrive City, then we don't need a new one.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
It's a pretty narrow-minded way of putting it.
Well, you know, like, we really don't need another stage if it's just going to be another unimaginative platform floating in midair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's what I was getting at. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, you know, if they're not going to put enough effort into the stage and just make a stupid platform with a cool background, then it's not worth fucking the effort, you know?
I hear you. I was checking out the PlayStation Store for probably one of the last couple times on the PlayStation 3.
Wow.
The imminent shutdown is official. And everybody and their dog is making all sorts of recommendation lists of stuff to download because the physical versions.
Download it now! Yeah.
Yeah, because the physical versions of a whole lot of games are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, most of them are JRPGs or games I already have.
Right.
Or stuff that I'm pretty sure even if I downloaded them, I would probably give them like 10 minutes and have wasted my money. Like Mega Man Legends and its sequel and the Tron Bond spin-off. Yeah, those games are going for stupid money on eBay, but I remember not liking them both times I tried them.
Right. Oh God!
Just,
Sorry.
they were just too weird and not Mega Man enough.
Yeah.
For me
Mega
back in
Man
the day.
Sandbox. I mean Legends. What did I say?
It predated the sandbox genre
I mean,
by a fair margin.
you know. You say that. It definitely kind of has that feel to it.
It was mostly like a dungeon crawler RPG.
I don't know.
The controls are really clunky and tank-like. Just all kinds of meh.
All of the meh, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it, what happened to my weapon? Fuck. Come here. Need weapons. Need weapons to kill you. Oh, no. Bruh.
Plus, of course, I mean, I was one of those who was really psyched about Mega Man Legends 3, but I stayed out of the whole help them develop the game thing because, you know, I didn't care enough about the franchise to put my input into it. So I just stayed out of it because it's like it's not my business. I'm not the biggest fan of that particular Mega Man franchise because the previous games controlled like butt. And this third one that they're making, it looks fantastic. I'm all for it. And I was going to pay for that paid demo that was going to happen on the Nintendo 3DS eShop, but it never happened.
Yeah.
And then they blamed the fans for not being dedicated enough.
Right.
I'm like, really? This is when Capcom started being real turds
Right.
Two wins.
for a good while.
I will probably be streaming Brawlhalla today for another 2 to 3 hours, I would say, depending on how much interest there is in the stream. But yeah, this is Brawlhalla's day. I only do one Brawlhalla stream a week right now. You know, I'm not a Brawlhalla only channel. I do other things too. You know, so, you know, anyway.
Orion.
So what's the room number here?
Oh, right. I should probably get that. Let's see. God, I can barely see it on this background. Ew. Good grief. It is... the frig?
657. Let me blow it up here on my screen.
Right? They were really not thinking when they put that background back there.
Crap, I can barely see it.
It's like blue on blue. It's terrible. Like... you've got to be kidding me. Hang on a second. Oh, here we go. 657338. God. Alright, I gotta put that in chat, or else nobody will ever be able to figure it out.
Okay, if you could hold up for just a second, I gotta pour myself something to drink, and then I'll be with you.
Okay, I'm gonna pin this in YouTube chat real quick, because for fuck's sake. Really, Blue Mammoth, really? This is... God damn it. Still gonna watch the stream? Okay. I guess I'll just play in here for now. Lucky Brawler. We are so lucky.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Alright. Oh god, no! No, please! Don't mirror me, bro!
Okay, 657. 33.
Ow.
8.
Ow, 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 ow. Jeez. Big combo to death over here. Ow! Oh god.
So although there aren't very many of those, rare titles that I'm
Ow.
interested in, I did have kind of the mental backlog list of games that I was thinking, I'll pick these up eventually. Pick up one a month for
Right.
10 months and I'll have them all. But now I'm looking at that mental backlog list. I'm like, oh my gosh, this will break the bank if I try to get them all.
Right. Well, see, my mental backlog list for PS3, like, Disgaea 3. That's literally all that's on it. Like, the only game that I'm interested in that I can't really get anywhere else, you know?
I think that might have gotten a PS Vita Deluxe port.
Yeah,
then again-
that still doesn't help me play it. I don't have a PS3 either, so like,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure that they could probably eventually port it to Steam or Switch.
I'm hoping we get a Switch version because they've been really good about porting the other Disgaea games to it. We got Disgaea 1, Disgaea 4, Disgaea 5, Disgaea 6 is going to launch on the Switch. Like,
yeah, they should do Disgaea D2 then 3.
God, fuck.
Because Disgaea D2, it's like a direct sequel from Disgaea 1.
Player 2 wins.
Oh fuck. All right, GG D Money. Hope you're having fun. Okay. Alright.
So I got my Isaiah up to level 25 and switched over to this lovely lady.
Okay. Alright. That's a thing that you can do. Alright. Not to be outdone.
Partially because I got this color scheme was something I won in their battle pass points
Oh, okay, cool.
roulette thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll wear the heck out of that for 13 levels or so.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
It's not easy being green.
Most of the games in my mental backlog list were basically there was this time period from the mid 90s to the mid 2000s where if it was a classic arcade property, it was getting a modern reimagining, reboot, remake, or compilation.
Alright.
And so a lot of them in that backlog of mine are like almost the entire Hasbro Interactive line of 3D remakes. So there is a Pong, Breakout, Centipede. There was a Galaga that might not have been Hasbro, but still.
Yeah.
There's 2 Froggers.
2 Froggers. Froggers.
Yeah, there was actually a little-known Atari 2600 only sequel called Frogger 2 3D. But opinions on the internet is split as to whether it was fully released, fully developed and released, or if it was like an unseen prototype that's been floating around.
Oh my gosh. We have found a witch, may we burn her? Oh! Snap. Burn the witch! Oh, snap. Alright, here we go. Dang. Dang it. Damn it. Okay, well,
Player
GG.
3 wins.
Alright. Aw, sweet. More people. People good. Tennis racket. Oh, yes. I approve of this, approve of that weapon. Alright, here we go. Magyar!
Yeah, I saw the trailer for the Kung Fu Panda crossover, and I immediately knew that they would use Asuri for the tiger.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How much did you say it was to buy one of those exclusive skins with real money? $10?
It's like 10 or 12 or something stupid like that. It's like the mammoth coins don't like equate to real money in the slightest. And like I remember Xbox got in trouble for that. Like, you know, like there was a thing where Xbox got in trouble for not have for their currency amount like not matching up with the real money you put into it. So I wonder if Blue Mammoth will end up getting in some kind of hot water over it as well. You know, you would think that after one company like that got in trouble, that it was a pretty high-profile thing, that other companies would start following suit and making their currency more closely mirror the real money that was being expended. You know. So yeah.
I didn't know that Microsoft got in trouble for that. I just
Yeah,
know
there was like a big lawsuit over it, like like a class action thing. Like people were saying that it was some sort of psychological scam to trick people into spending more money because they thought that their damn, I thought I was already dead. What the fuck? Anyway, because they thought that like basically. The way that it worked was that, you know, $5 worth of actual currency was worth 400 Xbox spending points or whatever the fuck they were called.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, it made things, like psychologically, it made things look cheaper, you know. So they could have something for like 1,600 points, and so people would be thinking in their mind, oh hey, this is only $16, that's a good deal, but in reality it's 20.
That was.
You
yeah,
know?
basically it was 80 points to the dollar.
Yeah, so... But anyway, so yeah, there was apparently some sort of class action thing, and they were forced to stop it. You know, and so they went back to... They went to just normal currency, and so after having such a big stink about that, I figured that more companies would be adopting it, but there's still a bunch of people, a bunch of companies that seem to, you know, they don't have like a one-to-one sort of currency exchange, you know?
Yeah, I guess maybe they feel there's a loophole behind or before about, you know, being a mobile game or something like that.
I don't know. Like, the thing is, I don't necessarily mind it if it's something like if you're getting more than what you put in, you know, like for example, if it's the other way around, like if you spend, if you're playing a game and you spend $1 and get like 300 or 400 of their in-game currency, that's a little different,
Right.
But in this case, it's way the opposite. It's it's really.
Oh, I'll admit it was a huge pain in the neck to make sure you didn't wind up with like 25 cents that can't be spent anywhere.
Right. Yeah. And the thing with this game in particular is like, they have all these prices that look reasonable at the outset. You're like, oh, that's only 300 points. That can't be all that much, And then you actually get to look at it, how much these Blue Mammoth coins cost, and it's like $1 for 40 of them or something stupid like that. So.
Yep, that kind of pricing structure is why I never got around to getting that last piece of Oblivion DLC.
Yeah.
It's like the Mage's Tower.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Kung Fu Panda. It's here. Alright. Sweet. Nobody can say I'm clickbaiting now. It's somebody's using it. I don't know why he's in that pose, but there he is. I don't know why he got to act like Taiki from frickin' Ice Shield 21. Ha ha ha! It's like, I'm a panda, but I can hold my leg above my head. See how flexible I am.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
My gosh. Alright, here we go. It's panda time, everybody. But yeah, holy crap.
I'd love to see a Street Fighter Dead or Alive crossover where in the commercial to promote it would be them
Wow.
basically like a return of the She Kicks High campaign.
Yeah.
Remember that from Dead or Alive 2 or 3?
Right.
Well, in comes Maki from Final Fight 2, who kicks absolutely higher.
Alright.
And have her and Kasumi duke it out.
Bruh.
There's a move in Final Fight 2 where she literally has like a 90-degree angle on her leg.
You would think that Final Fight would do a crossover with Final Fantasy at some point.
I'm still waiting for Final Fantasy Football.
Right.
I mean, they were joined at the hip with Electronic Arts for a few years, and nothing came of that. Come on.
Right.
Oh wait, they did that whole fictional sport blitzball in FF10, which killed all the momentum of the story.
Yeah, well, I still found that enjoyable, but I know a lot of people weren't fans.
Yeah.
Like.
But it made perfect sense when Electronic Arts was the one to put together the Quidditch video game. I mean, who better, really, to create a video game based on a fictional sport from a children's book series? That's just brilliant marketing right there.
Frick. Oh my god. God, that's annoying. Okay. Bruh.
If there was ever one PlayStation Network release that I wish I had gotten before it was delisted, it would be R-Types.
Yeah.
And I skipped out on it because I had a physical copy at the time, and I wasn't thinking, that's a game that I want to play on the go.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Whew. Goodness.
Shut down.
My. What an interesting set of weapons he's got. Gauntlets and spear? Is that Wushong?
Yep.
So he's a rework of Wushong. Okay.
Yep. And the other one is Mordrex.
No.
It's like the villain character.
Yeah. That is interesting.
I haven't watched the Kung Fu Panda trilogy as of yet.
I have watched the first two. I have not seen the third one. So I know pretty much what the plot of the third one is, but I have not seen the movie. So Volkov! Alright, here we go. Rightio. Galvan Prime. Okay.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
I hate it here. Okay, would you not? The little version of this stage is absolutely insufferable. The big version is just slightly better. Not one of my favorites, but it's not, like, completely terrible, you know? It's at least got multiple platforms, and, you know, options.
And it's got...
And the ledges aren't terrible. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's got those two spots in the side where you can blast someone into and they ricochet downwards.
Yeah, you've got strategy options, so it's not an absolute waste of fucking time like some of these other stages are, but like the strategy everybody seems to go for on Big Thunderguard is like, you know, like trying to go under it, and it's like, why? Why are you wasting everybody's time doing that? Like, to me that seems like really unnecessary. Like, it's dangerous for one. Like, if you mess up while you're doing it, you just fall and die. But for two, you're just literally just stalling for time, which is almost never a good idea unless you are about to die and both you and your opponent have one stock left, and their last stock has next to no health gone. Like, that's the one time where stalling for time is actually an appropriate strategy.
Unless you're playing free-for-all and you've got a slim lead and you want to hold on to it at any cost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the scenario I was talking about is you and your opponent each have one stock left, and you're about to die. Like, your health level is really bad, and your opponent's is nearly full. You know, then stalling is great, because if you stall and you get to sudden death, then you both get your health bar put into red, so it's like the next hit wins, basically. So if you're about to die anyway, then you only have then stalling is only going to gain you the victory. Like, the other reason to stall is if you have a healthy lead over your opponent, and you're close to timeout. You can just stall. If you have a stock lead over your opponent, and they're better than you, and you don't want to lose that lead, you can just stall them out and win that way. But again, if they're that much better than you, then you're probably not going to be able to stall them for like 5 minutes, you know. But if you've only got like 10 seconds left on the clock or so, it's worth stalling, you know.
Right.
So yeah, like there's a couple of scenarios where stalling is a good idea, but most of the time it's just a waste of everybody's time and a terrible idea. Yeah.
I have to admit that.
Wow! Wow, the backfire on that strat. GG. They were trying to do that thing where they dog me until I fall down the cliff, and I just survived just that little bit longer than they did. Nice
I
try,
have to
though.
admit that green skin on your Volkov makes him look like the leprechaun from hell.
He looks like a leprechaun, I swear to God. It's so stupid. I don't know. I love that skin, though. It's just the fucking, you know.
It's almost hard to imagine that it's Warwick Davis who played the leprechaun in all those awful movies.
Yeah, you can join in, absolutely. The room code's pinned in chat.
657338.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, it's obvious that Volkov has no soul. Why? Because he's a vampire? No, because he's ginger. Sorry.
3,
It's just
2, 1,
you know.
brawl!
I have a kid with red hair. I'm going to teach him to kick people in the balls for mistreating him over his hair.
Honestly, the odds are getting lower and lower that anybody will produce ginger offspring.
Yeah, I know.
They're supposed to be going extinct.
It'll be like in Mass Effect 3, or the Mass Effect trilogy. Blondes become extinct, or nearly extinct, because of their recessive genes.
Oh man. And you know, that might happen next. Who knows? But
That would be sad.
yeah, somebody wrote a song. I can't remember the guy's name, but he wrote a song about like basically the lyrics of the song make it sound like when it starts out, make it sound like he's talking about the N-word. And, you know, because he's talking about all the letters that go into it. He's like 2 G's and an N, and you know, and everything. And then, like, when the chorus gets going, he's like, "Only gingers can call other gingers ginger." You know, it's just
That's great.
It was so great. Like, anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the song. If you tried to look it up, or if you searched that, it would probably find it. But yeah, it's pretty darn funny.
Gotta love subverting expectations in a good way.
Right.
Take notes, Ryan Johnson.
Great.
It's a bloody shame that he had to, you know, be one of the people to poop in the $4 billion sandbox that was Star Wars. Because I would have paid full price to see Knives Out. Instead, I got to see it for free during a free Prime trial.
Alright.
In fact, I'm in the tail end of another one right now. I'm too busy to enjoy it.
I died. It's terrible. Alright, I'm back.
So I just hardly nothing to watch on it.
Yeah. Doesn't Amazon Prime have like a Hulu thing built into it, or?
Yep, that's what
Okay.
I'm referring to.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of their stuff is holdovers from Netflix.
Right.
Basically the same kind of stuff Netflix has. They have a good handful or so of originals.
We got Subtitled
but
Digimon right now.
They
To me, that's
It
the most
just-
attractive thing they've got going on, besides the Animaniacs reboot. But you know,
oh, that's Hulu, not Amazon.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, I thought Amazon Prime had a Hulu thing going on where you got like a Hulu thing with it.
I don't know if they have a Hulu partnership, but they have their own video streaming.
Oh, I know they have their own, but like I thought they had like a thing where maybe I'm thinking of something else where you get like a free Hulu membership for joining. I don't know.
Since Disney owns a chunk of Hulu, every other month they're trying to send me an upgrade kit to add Disney Plus and National Geographic and ESPN Plus for X amount of dollars. I'm like, if you were to drop the price of that upgrade in half and ditch National Geographic and ESPN, then I'd bite, maybe.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, you know, they don't understand, but people are trying to go a la carte. We're tired of paying for TV stations we don't watch. You know, so all these people that are cutting the cord and ditching cable, we're ditching it because we're being forced to pay hundreds of dollars for hundreds of channels that we're not interested in, and like maybe 2 or 3 that we like, you know?
Yep.
So these streaming services that are specialized to 1 or 2 things, you know, if we can pay $30 for those and then pay, you know, whatever for internet, then it's a much better deal, you know?
Yep. And just use an HD antenna for local news and weather.
Yeah, so...
Or just rely on the internet apps and so forth or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, you get weather on the internet.
Yeah.
You know. Heck, you can even get a lot of your local sports on the internet, too, if you know where to look. But, yeah, it's just something that, some of these, like, I think that eventually these TV stations are going to have to realize that that's, like... People, they're like some of these TV stations or some of these TV networks are just going to have to realize that the only way that they've been surviving is by bundling themselves with other more desirable properties, and that not enough people actually care about them to order them by themselves. You know, and when that happens, then you're going to start seeing some real change in the market and the way that things do. Because you know, cable companies are losing out big time right now because they've got
TV's dying.
Well, they've got networks requesting higher and higher percentages to keep their shows on the air, or to keep their networks on the cable provider. And meanwhile, the cable company is losing money hand over fist because, you know, a lot of these cable companies do their pricing by how many people are actually connected. So when they start losing customers, they raise prices for the rest of them that are left.
Which is a vicious cycle. Because
yeah, it's because they just
going up.
Yeah, prices keep losing up. They keep losing customers. So that's why they keep trying to win new customers by doing these promotional things. Oh, we'll lower your prices for a year, and you know, it's like,
Yeah,
like I keep getting these offers from Cox Communications. They're like, oh, you can come back and pay the same thing that you're paying now for a year, you know, and then we'll screw you over and put you back to twice that, you know.
Yeah, it reminds me I gotta call Cox and do the whole loyalty thing again. Last year they sent me a $50 gift card for sticking with them.
Well,
I kind of doubt they'll do it again. Still, it's
I mean,
a yearly song and dance. I got to call them once a year and say, "Hey, my bill went up, and I kind of liked the price I was getting for what I have.
yeah.
Let's fix that."
You know, like I was with them for a really long time, and when I finally got rid of my cable and went just to internet, you know, I had, you know, like they did this thing where they're like, oh, we'll give you a free router, you know, and it's like, okay, so they're just you know, giving me a router, and they're like, yeah, you know, and it's like, okay, well that's cool, you know, because and then the router ends up like going bad, you know, to where like it was completely unusable, and so they sent somebody out and they put in a new router, but it's like, you know, oh yeah, we're charging you rent for this one, and the old router wasn't good enough for your internet, so you weren't really getting the most out of it anyway, and you know,
That's how they screw you.
yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah, great, so they're paying money for internet, and they're like, oh yeah, and you can get this insurance. that way it's not your fault if anything breaks. And it's like, you know, like, if it breaks, it's because your equipment sucks, okay? Like, so you should be covering that shit anyway. It's like, oh, well, this covers, like, if stuff connected to the internet breaks and whatnot. It's like, okay, whatever. Like,
Gotta find a new racket somehow.
yeah, so they're just trying to nickel and dime everybody. You
Oh,
know?
and they lie about stuff all the time. For example, my mom's been using a DVR since I moved.
Uh-huh.
And this reminds me of another friggin' irritation I'd love to gripe about, but since I moved, she has been using AT&T Uverse, and she's got this super deluxe TV package with internet, and she's got a DVR, she's got dozens and dozens of channels, and she uses the full use of the DVR. The thing is, the DVR glitches all the friggin' time.
Yeah.
Like, half of the time, you know, I'm grateful that she let me use her DVR and record DuckTales and I could catch the entire reboot series, but
Right.
my god, it was like a miracle that the finale didn't glitch at all.
Right.
But, like, Jumanji, that's been sitting on the DVR for like a year, and it's glitching out every couple minutes.
Wow.
And she
Yeah.
moved and she complained about the glitching and everything, and they said, "What are you talking about? This is a brand new DVR." Like, no, it's not still brand new. She's been using it for like 4.5 years. Thank you very little.
Right. Just because it's a new address doesn't mean it's a new DVR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she moved the actual equipment across town. Or,
Right.
sorry, I moved that equipment across town.
Right. Ah,
Yeah, what's really rich about that whole thing is she complains about how her whole telecommunications bill has gone up to nearly $300 a month,
well, yeah.
and I'm trying to tell her, well, for one, you need to call them and get back onto a promotion, and
Right.
two, you can have them cut a huge chunk of your channels out, therefore lowering the cost that you're paying for, because, you know, the only thing that I ever wanted to watch was on Disney XD, and now that it's over, I have no interest in it,
Right.
and so there's like 30 channels she doesn't watch on top that's connected with that package,
Right.
and so that will cut her bill by like $50 at least.
Right.
And she doesn't seem to realize the gravity of just how spoiled she was when I was living with her for 4.5 years,
Right.
almost 5. I was paying for the internet,
Right.
and she was watching Netflix all the time.
Right. Hi, Andy.
Player one wins.
GG, not the best, Kay. Well, you were the best this time, Kay. GG for that. Alright. Oh my goodness. This is good stuff.
Full card.
Did you see the Kermit the Frog stream meme I added the other day?
No,
It's great.
I'll check your video list.
Yeah,
3, 2.
yeah. It's just one of the
ball.
one of the little meme clips that I play during streams. You know, but
Is it the one where he says you're absolutely wrong?
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
like you are
yeah,
100% wrong. Nothing you've
seen
said
it,
has
but
been right.
yep. I would prefer to use the one from Star Wars: The Last Jedi, even though, you know, I harp on it for various reasons. I mean, the number one reason why I dislike that movie, you know, you can have your underlying political messages, you can have your hatred of the franchise or even the fans, but if at the end of the day it's just not good storytelling, it's just not good storytelling.
Right, exactly.
And that movie felt like a really bad episode of a Star Wars cartoon or a fanfic written by someone who has watched like only the worst episodes of cartoons.
Right.
It was just that bad.
Ugh. That's kind of the way I feel about Michael Bay's Transformers movies. It's like they're literally fanfics written by people who have watched like 3 episodes of the series. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm.
You know, because like each one, like a lot of the movies take various elements from various episodes of the series, which again is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, because it's because it kind of calls that back, but at the same time, it also means that it's a completely unoriginal piece of crap story. You know, like kind of like the Star Wars Episode 7 thing, where it was basically just Episode 4 all over again. You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of people were
they-
like, "Oh, it makes me feel so nostalgic," and then other people were like, "Yeah, but that means they literally just copied the first movie." You know, like,
Yeah, I saw that immediately. I understood that immediately. It's just that to me, it's like the old saying goes: history doesn't usually repeat itself, and it often rhymes.
yeah.
So,
Well, and again, like,
and then of course there's that line where Han says, "Okay, so it's another Death Star."
right?
You know, he just that was
flat
like a
out
middle
says it.
finger. Yeah, that was like a middle finger from Abrams to the execs, who basically said, "Make it another big Death Star."
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think Abrams is all that great either, but still.
Right.
Dominating.
But yeah, like what I'm getting at, like, for example, in the first movie, the whole plot about Megatron, like, going to Earth and then getting frozen, that's what happened to Skyfire in G1. You know, like, they basically
And
just
then-
reused that whole thing. Like,
Wasn't Skyfire the one that they found in the third one?
yeah, they changed the character's name to Jetfire for copyright reasons somewhere along the way. But yeah, basically, yeah, they found him in the third one. And the third one, I'm pretty sure that was the one that was like there was like a multi-part episode where the Autobots were basically forced to leave the planet because the Earthlings didn't want them there. Because the Decepticons basically tricked the Earthlings into thinking the Autobots were the bad guys, and then and then they reprogrammed the Autobot ship to go into the sun. You know,
Right.
like once they were gone. So
So then the part where they were gonna take a NASA ship up to wherever, and it was a ruse. That's where they borrowed that plot
yeah,
element
that
from.
whole plot came from that 2-part episode of G1. So like, you know, like it's. I don't know, like I said, you know, on one hand, it was like, okay, yeah, I can see where they're taking this from, and it's nice to see that being redone here. But on the other hand, it was like they're really just recycling G1 plots, and
Shut down.
you know, not even some of the best ones, you know, like,
Oh.
so
I considered the first 3 as basically little more than popcorn fare, because you know me, I'm a casual Transformers fan. It never really got me as a kid.
right. Well, and that's the thing, is that's really all they're good for anyway. Even if you are a Transformers fan, like the thing with those movies is, like, yeah, they're nice to just sit and watch and zone out and go brain dead and eat your popcorn, you know. But for purposes other than that, they're completely useless. Like, if you try to dive deep into the lore and like the special meaning behind everybody's actions, there isn't any there. Like, there's a bunch of plot holes and continuity errors, and you know, like just logic errors and geography errors, and like the more you try, like, it's one of those things where, like, a lot of nerds that love Transformers like to be able to sit there and pick apart a plot and really dissect it and go in deep on it. And when you start trying to do that to a Michael Bay movie, you realize that there's nothing deeper in there. It's just something fun to watch while you stuff your face with popcorn. You know, like.
Right, or
You know,
something to shut your kids up for a couple hours.
Yeah, because like you said, if you try to really dive deep on it, you're like, oh wait, you know, did anybody notice that Blackout never showed up at the end, even though he said he was on the way? You know, or you know, like that's just the first movie. Like the longer things went, the worse the continuity got. Like,
yeah.
You know, like they definitely didn't have anybody whose job it was to watch continuity and make sure they didn't fuck it up. I mean, you know, G1 famously had some continuity problems too, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be the casual fan that I am now.
Right. Oh God.
You introduced me to Beast Wars and then Prime, which
they're both
Prime,
great series.
I still regret not getting either of those on DVD.
I don't have it. I don't really have Prime on DVD either. I watched it on Netflix primarily, and you know, I have like the first episode on DVD, and then like another random episode somewhere. You know, like their promo DVDs that were given out with the action figures. You know.
Oh.
Like,
Really?
Yeah. But
Well, you know what they say about assumptions and donkeys.
Yeah.
I'm a total donkey here, assuming you had it all.
Yeah. No, I just had it on Netflix. You know, I definitely would be interested.
What about Beast Wars?
I have all of Beast Wars. Beast Wars good.
Okay. I was half right then.
Yeah, Beast Wars good. I have all that. Also have all of G1 and the trilogy of Japanese series that followed up G1 in Japan. So I've got all those too. Because I roll like that. Oh man.
Dominating.
Yeah, I'm. You were a Transformers fan. I was a Turtles kid.
Yeah. Oh, I like Turtles too. I mean, that was definitely something I was into.
Yeah. But do you have the entire original series on DVD?
No.
Do you have all the movies?
No, I think I had like one or two, but yeah, like.
Do you regret not picking up the 2003 series on DVD both times it was available?
Nah, not really. Like, you know.
Yeah. So.
You know, like it's one of those things where, you know, I enjoyed watching them. You know.
Yeah, it's just like
know, and I collected a lot. I collected a lot of the action figures. Like, I still have a shit ton of the action figures from the original Ninja Turtles series. So, you know, like. Still got that going on, but
I didn't have a ton of the toys back then. Like my cousin was spoiled bloody rotten.
I have the Party Wagon and the Technodrome, and you know, like the original Shredder toy. You know,
I guess we're just kind of like polar opposites.
Yeah, like it's
in
one
that
of those
regard.
where
I was more of a Turtles fiend. You were much more of a Transformers fiend.
Yeah, like honestly, my collection of original Ninja Turtles action figures is much bigger than my original Transformers figures, because a lot of my Transformers figures got broken and thrown away. So.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, like.
And those are the original die-cast ones, right?
No, not necessarily those. Like, but like a lot of the G1 figures that were. Because like the thing is, G1 was a hodgepodge of different toy lines. So while there were some die-cast ones in there, there were also a bunch of like other lines in there. Yeah, like a lot of not die-cast stuff. Like, so
die-cast construction. It's a lost art.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Keith David who did the voice for Primal?
Yes, I think so. It was. Or maybe it was, I don't know, like, I think it, was it? I can't remember, I'm not sure who it was that did the voice for Primal. I know that David Kaye did Megatron for Beast Wars. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to IMDb him, because I've been hearing him pop up in a lot of things lately.
Yeah.
You know, he was the voice of Spawn. He was the voice of Goliath.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
he's the voice of a.
Speaking of Goliath, did you catch the gargoyles reference that they snuck into DuckTales?
Damn it! I was hoping that you wouldn't catch it until we got a chance to watch it together.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, the thing is, you know it's coming when
Yeah.
you hear Manny speak for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like,
Yeah.
that's Keith David's voice. I know
Yeah.
it's coming.
Right.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
It was funny.
I swore I'd never do this again. Again.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like, that's it. They covered the entire Disney television animation
Yeah.
spectrum.
And they played
Throughout
the
that
freaking
entire
opening
series.
theme for Gargoyles during the scene too.
Yeah.
It's just
It's like when you hear Keith David's voice, you know what's coming.
right.
I mean, that was the best, essentially, rushed finale of a TV series I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say any more because of spoilers.
Yeah, I've already seen a bunch of the clips from it, but yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
grief. Do you know the big twist?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
What's the big twist?
Thing with Webby being being a DNA spawn created by Fowl, like, and everything,
And
and Professor Von Drake still being alive and, and everything, like,
yeah, I've been
like-
so busy trapped here, I've never got around to dying.
yeah.
Oh.
You boys already knew that, right? Oh, you didn't already know that. I'll give you a few moments to adjust.
Yeah, and the thing is, my brain was so jammed into kid mode, enjoying the ride, that I should have seen the twist coming in the episode titled "The First Adventure."
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of clips from the finale and from the Life and Crimes of Scrooge McDuck, where it's doing like the villain's origin stories / blaming it all on Scrooge, like,
Right. Yeah, if I was in Duckburg, I'd hire Louis Duck as my lawyer. Have him on retainer.
right,
And again, I see too much of Louis in myself, and it scares me sometimes.
right,
Who's the evil triplet? Louis.
right. It's funny because, like, like, low-key, Webby's kind of a triplet, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was gonna get her own season.
Yeah.
Was on the wall for it, but it was technically the show was technically another casualty of COVID.
Yeah.
Disney was losing money left and right, and they had to cut corners everywhere. And their animation is not cheap.
Right. But
Dude, there's like the holy trinity of entertainment production, or all production: cheap, fast, and good. You can only pick two.
yeah.
The fact that they were never late on deadlines means that they were fast and good, but not cheap.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Webby drives the entire finale.
Yeah. Oh man.
I want to write an essay about the entire series, and I just might.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that they did an amazing job with what they were given, and
Oh, yes.
I'm really glad that they managed to sneak in all the references that they snuck in, and hit us over the head with the references that they hit us over the head with.
Right.
Like, so yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it. It was a love letter not only to DuckTales, but to that entire era of Disney animated programming.
Yep.
Showing up during the afternoon. Like, not just the Disney afternoon, of course, but their whole programming block that existed before and after that.
Yep. It was a love letter to all of Disney television animation,
Right, and
except for Marsupilami.
Right, well, yeah, except for Raw Tunage. Bonkers was the only representative from Raw Tunage in there, and he was really.
Oh, he was
there.
part of Raw Tunage?
Yes, they Bonkers, the TV show, was technically a spin-off of Raw Tunage. Like, because Bonkers
Well, I know.
Like, Bonkers in Raw Tunage would do a bit where he was a detective. Instead of Sherlock Holmes, he'd be Sheer Luck Bonkers.
Oh boy.
And Jitters would be his Dr. Watson's type assistant, you know.
Yeah.
But all right.
Yeah,
All right.
I would have loved more lyrics to Bella's song
Yeah.
or the lullaby.
Yeah.
That way you could just totally belt it out while playing the NES game.
Right. I love that they were so into the lore and everything, and that they really brought back and hit on the things that deserved to be hit on, and then just but they were able to abandon the things that really needed to be abandoned and thrown away. You know.
Yep.
And or you know, like. It takes such a great custodian to know where to draw the line like that, you know? Because, you know, a lot of these shows featured really tired and outdated sort of ideals in some ways, so it was really nice to see the things that needed to be updated, getting the updates they so desperately needed, and the stuff that needed to be homaged and rehashed, get, you know, the retakes that they deserved, you know.
Yep, agreed.
You know,
it was a better reboot than the Turtles one.
Yeah,
From
I mean,
2012,
I
2017.
honestly, I'd be hard pressed to pick another reboot that went as well or better than DuckTales did. You know, they really nailed it. You know, like. Because there have been, you know, these days there are all kinds of reboots that you can point at and say, ooh, look at this or look at that, you know, and DuckTales did a great job. Like, when they did the He-Man reboot, early 2000s, and the Thundercats reboot, for example, there were a lot of things in there that I didn't really agree with. I thought they didn't need to be there, and they were just kind of cluttering things up. And neither one of those really lasted. They both got kind of cut off ahead of their time, and not for the same reason that DuckTales did. You know, like so yeah, I feel like.
Well, the thing is, by the mid 2000s, the whole TV show continuing based on toy sales numbers model needed to die anyway, because at that point Saturday morning cartoons are practically dying then.
Well,
and also the world's biggest toy store next to McDonald's you know, was in its final throes.
Yeah, and honestly, it's kind of the fault of some of these toy companies, not necessarily the bigger toy companies, but a lot of the smaller ones, because if you go into, you know, it used to be, like, if you go into a Toys R Us and whatnot, you would see, I remember going into Toys R Us and seeing, like, a massive amount of what I would refer to as, like, generic toys. You know, like these you know, toys with nearly unrecognizable brand names that were just there to do like generic, like, oh look, it's kitchen toys, you know, that look like pots and pans or stoves or, you know, whatever, or, you know, like, or power tools kits or whatever, like, but like they're all like these generic role play type toys, and that, I think, is really what caused a lot of Toys R Us's problem, is that, like, Toys R Us had this thing where they felt like any time any new toy came out, regardless of what it was or who was producing it, they needed to have it in stock in all their stores, you know? And so, what ended up happening is the generic kind of shitty toys would sit in the store forever. Whereas when the brand name toys came out, they would get bought up right away. And so this left kind of a thing where when people went in there, it just gave the impression that, oh, they don't have any good toys here. They've just got all these generic toys like that are basically aimed at grandmothers shopping for their grandkids, you know, that they never get to see, you know?
Right. I mean, they had a bunch of stupid business practices, but what ultimately killed them was a leveraged buyout by a vulture capitalist firm.
Well, what the
Well
thing
documented.
is, right? What really killed them though was the way that they, like you said, their shady business practices, because what they were doing was they had originally started out by buying all of their store property. Because when you own the buildings that you're in, you don't have to pay rent, and that's a huge cut off of your overhead. But one of their CEOs, like, you know, a few CEOs back, like before the last one, because this wasn't the last one that did this. This was a mess he inherited. But basically, one of their previous CEOs, like the fifth one or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, he went in and started saying, oh, well, we need money to buy more toys, so instead of waiting for the toys that we have to sell, we're going to go and take out mortgages on all of our buildings. You know, so instead of having a mortgage-free, rent-free property, now they're making monthly payments on all their buildings. You know, so on top of having, you know, and so basically what they were doing is like, oh, hey, we've got all these expenses, we got to pay rent on all these buildings, oh, we'll just take out another mortgage on another building, you know. And so they just kept doing this shit and making their and basically increasing their monthly expenses every time that they did this shit, until the point where they could not any longer meet those monthly expenses, and they had to accept a leveraged buyout in order to survive, basically, because, you know, like they had to, you know, they were basically forced into bankruptcy because they could no longer pay their ridiculous expenses. And because of that, the buildings that were in question basically all reverted to a bunch of banks. They barely, to where Toys R Us barely owned any property anymore, and really their assets were just a bunch of toys and their name, you know. A bunch of toys nobody wanted, might I add, and the name Toys R Us. And so Toys R Us.
Unfortunately, I hear that the Toys R Us name is still around.
The Toys R Us name is still around. There are various incarnations of Toys R Us that are expected to, you know, kind of. Basically, from what I understand, is that the Toys R Us name will be used as kind of like a marker for toy sections in various retail environments and, you know, malls and things, but it's not any longer going to be like a massive, you know, Walmart-sized store that's just full of toys, you know?
Yeah, well, I did hear they were going to try such a comeback, but I think that thanks to the malignant microbe that's getting all the news in the past year and a half, well, not quite a year and a half, but still.
Yeah.
I think that would be really tough. The small dedicated mall spots might be a small start, but I'd love to see the brand come back, even though it's the same vulture capitalists that helped destroy it at the very end that are going to get all the profits, and having destroyed all those jobs those years ago.
Well, and again, like,
I've got mixed feelings.
If it's managed properly and they don't, like, because I think their mistake was going in too hard on all the generic no-name sort of toys, you know, like this thought that they had to have every toy that ever came out in their stores at least once, you know, because they didn't want to miss the big thing, you know. I think that really kind of hurt them in the long run, and because they were not managing their finances well, they ended up having worse prices on the toys that I actually did want to go in there and buy, you know? Like, sometimes, like, when I bought toys at Toys R Us, it was usually because, A, I really wanted that toy, and B, I couldn't find it anywhere else because everybody else had already bought the at other places because they were cheaper, you know?
Right.
So...
Well, that's kind of the price you would pay for buying specialty items at a specialty store.
I mean, you can think of it that way, but at the same time, you know, if you're a massive retailer that commands that much retail space, you should be able to negotiate cheaper prices than somebody like a mom and pop anime store like my sister runs.
Right.
You know, when you have locations all over the country, you should be able to go up to somebody and say, hey, we're the biggest toy store in the country. We have a potential to put hundreds of thousands of these units on our shelves. So would you cut us a break, please, so that we can sell these at the same price Walmart is? You know?
Right.
And, you know...
But Toys R Us, or Lazarus Company, whatever they called it, was unable to broker those kind of deals because Walmart had the purchasing power and the bullying power.
Well, and again,
that Toys R Us didn't have.
Walmart does have that purchasing power and whatnot, but again, look at my chat. I'm seeing my chat. What are you wanting me to look at in chat? I saw where you said I would come in there to destroy you guys, but I don't want to. I saw it. Good for you. Thanks for not raping my butthole with your fictional avatar.
Full card.
Anyway. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I think with the strategy Toys R Us
I know that you've been in here. I've been seeing it, but you know. But yeah.
I think the main strategy Toys R Us was going with for so long was they're the biggest toy store in the world. We have exclusive items. They try to, grab everything they possibly can and say, hey, the hottest, newest toys are always here first. Could come get them.
Right.
And that's why the prices are a little more expensive. It's like, hey, there was toys that I know you could never find anywhere else than at Toys R Us, even as a little kid.
Yeah,
Thundercats was the big thing. I wanted a Lion-O role play sword, and my mom had a friend of a friend who worked at Toys R Us, and they managed to get one for me for Christmas one year, and I played the crap with that. I mean, I was Lion-O for about a year until the sword broke.
Right. And
then
Lion-O's sword broke in the show too. But anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So you were just playing right along. Anyway.
Right. So you get your average mom who's shopping for your Christmas store or your Christmas toys for your kids, and they see other toys their kids want, and they're already at that store. They're a few bucks more.
Right.
Why the heck not? Get that whole Christmas list done at the same store if you possibly can, because even in the 80s and mid 90s, or even today, it's a pain in the neck just to get all the groceries that I want on a weekly basis, and I have to go to 3 freaking places, and 2 of them are Walmarts.
Right.
So I guess it's like we got you by the hair. So you're going to spend that extra money because you found that thing your kid desperately wants, and that's kind of their strategy.
Right.
KB had a similar strategy, but it was kind of the inverse. They would carry toys that have been discontinued and lost their luster, but there's still kind of a demand, and it'd be the stuff that Toys R Us would pass over or dump out.
Right.
For example, the Earthworm Jim and Mega Man action figures, you wouldn't find them at Toys R Us very long because they didn't sell all that great.
Yeah.
So they would go for stuff that's going to sell faster, like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So you go to KB, and they're going to buy like the closeouts or the leftovers of those lesser popular items and brands at a discount, at a closeout price or a wholesale price, mark them a few bucks lower than Toys R Us, Walmart, whoever, and then they'll be because they can't get the newer toys at that same lower price, you would still pay a few bucks more for those other things because you found the toy you were looking for.
Yeah, I remember going into KB back when they existed and finding a bunch of toys that that were like, discontinued or weren't really on the market anymore. That type of shit. So, especially towards the end, that was a lot of what they were carrying, and that worked fine. But I think what really, like, the ultimate underlying problem with Toys R Us is, number one, of course, they were carrying a lot of shitty toys, like generic no-name toys that kids aren't going to necessarily ask for, but that, well-meaning relatives that don't really know them might pick up for them. And the other thing is, there really are a lot of retailers that are being kind of shoved out by the online retail giants like Amazon and things like that. So a lot of the toys that you could normally walk into Toys R Us and buy, you can get cheaper online somewhere else. Yep. And unless it's like a Toys R Us exclusive or whatever,
Yeah.
Like
the failure to adapt or even try to adapt to a changing landscape is one of the more.
Right. Well, I mean, they did have ToysRUs.com where you could buy toys, and they had they had it to where you could buy online and pick up in store if it was in the store, that type of thing, So they had a lot of the same stuff that other retailers are doing to try and stay relevant, but at the same time, like I said, their biggest issue, I think, was that they have this massive chain of stores that they could use to negotiate better prices, but they were still charging high prices because they couldn't afford to go low prices because they had the problem with their real estate.
Yep.
Like they had to make that extra margin in order to be able to afford their freaking mortgage payments and everything, and they weren't even affording that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the documentaries on the death of Toys R Us, and I either forgot or never heard the angle with the whole mortgage thing.
Yeah, they were really screwing themselves over with like I said, basically that mortgage problem existed like 2 or 3 CEOs back from when they actually failed. Like it was basically the last guy that came in there. They were like, like. They're like, congratulations, you're our new CEO, and it's like, why do I hear the Mission Impossible theme? Like,
probably should have hired Tom Cruise.
Right. All right. Is that D Money holding us up? D Money, what are you doing? You sleeping? You sleepy, Money? All right. I gotta kick this boy. Give me a second. Oh, wait, there we go. Alright, finally picked. Alright, here we go. Alright. You're sweating now? 1v1. No, I keep telling people, if you want to 1v1 me, show up at the beginning of the stream. Me and D Money, we're 1v1ing at the beginning of the stream because nobody else was here. Like that's the best time to 1v1 me is the beginning of the stream because or just hang around long enough that everybody else leaves. Because I'm not gonna, there's never going to be a point in the stream where I'm like, nah, fuck the rest of this lobby, I'm kicking everybody so I can 1v1 this one guy. No, that's never happening. Never. So, absolutely, the code is pinned in the YouTube chat. You can join anytime you want. We are in the middle of a brawl in the worst area in the game right now, but as soon as this is over, which hopefully won't take too long because the stage kills you more than the freaking enemies do. You'll be able to join right in. So, and of course you can join now and go into spectator mode. You can put on the spectator goggles. Oh, that's a new thing. All right.
Trying desperately to avenge myself here.
Yeah.
Not
well,
going
you know.
too great.
You know what they say, revenge is a dish best
Yes!
served with pinto beans and muffins. Oh god. Please stop.
I avenged myself.
Avenge! Avenge! We might not be able to save the Earth, but we're gonna avenge it. Oh god! No! Why? This stage sucks! Alright. So we just got eaten by a dragon.
I really like that 8-bit arcade
Right?
knockout effect.
Yep.
If I was gonna
Reminds me
ever
of Scott
buy
Pilgrim.
one. Yep. Yeah, they did a
Which, by the
They
way,
did,
would
or-
make a great crossover for this Blue Mammoth if you're listening. The same style as the Scott Pilgrim game. That'd be fun.
yeah, I could. He would be gauntlets for fisticuffs and the. I mean, he'd basically be his fists and
doing
the
over here?
power of love sword. Or the power of self-respect.
Getting all comfortable watching us beat the crap out of each other. Oh, I got et by a dragon over here. Oh no! Oh no! They're stalling. They're stalling. They're stalling like they're like leader of Russia or something. Look at it.
Oh, good grief.
Look at the stall. This is exactly what the situation I was talking about earlier, though. They've got 2 stocks. The other guy's got 1. So stalling only benefits the person with 2 stocks right here. Like, the person with 1 stock is forced to try and chase them down and knock them out to knock them down to 1 stock. And that worked out. So
Yeah.
Glaceon
D-Money,
chill. GG.
you're doing it wrong. Yeah, you're doing it wrong, D-Money. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you know. There's a thing called King of the Hill. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how we're supposed to do a 2v2 tournament if there's 5 of us. So. Anyway.
Full car.
Yeah. I like free-for-alls as a format better. If skilled players hate free-for-alls because it's tougher to be cheesy, then that's all the more reason to play them. Because I hate that type of cheesy gameplay, I really do. Like, you know, it's fine if you want to do that in ranked 1v1, you go ahead. So, you know, you're up against a bunch of sweaty tryhards like yourself most of the time, but, you know, if you're... I'm literally just here to play for fun, so... I don't mind doing different game modes every once in a while, it's just, you know... Yeah, see, I want to keep as many people playing as possible, though. I like people being able to participate. Oh God! My God! I got launched. Oh God! I hate this stage, by the way. Whoever keeps picking it. Not cool. It's such a bad stage. Wow, GG there. You sure showed me. I just want a weapon. Can I have a weapon? No. No, nobody gonna let me have a weapon. Just gonna keep knocking me away from it. Thanks, appreciate it. Let's be over here. Eat. Aha, yes, take that. Eat.
I can only wonder how they would work into the 64-hit combo if they brought Scott Pilgrim into here. I mean, of course, it'd have to be a knockout effect somehow. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Retroactively, my favorite part of the movie is hating Brie Larson's character now.
Yeah, right, yeah. Oh no, I died. But yeah.
I mean, I had high hopes for her in Captain Marvel because, you know, both Tony Stark and Carol Danvers, if I remember the character's name correctly, they're both comic characters that I did not like. And I was like, you know, if they could work magic getting Robert Downey Jr. to put his spin on the character, then they can do the same thing with Carol Danvers. And they completely botched it.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, that's the closest thing to a live-action Metroid, or live-action Samus Aran that you could possibly get.
Yeah.
I mean, both characters are raised by an alien race, given blood transfusions from said alien race. They both become saviors of the galaxy and so forth. It's like, come on. Pretty hard to screw it up.
QB2 nasty wins. Alright. I mean, I actually like having a ton of people in here. I love having big lobbies. I know not everybody's a fan of big lobbies, especially if all you do is play ranked or 2v2, but you know. Let's see. What we got? My gosh.
The new Mortal Kombat movie's been delayed by a week.
Oh, nice.
And I'm not sure if I want to believe it, but there's some people on the internet claiming the reason why Johnny Cage was omitted from the movie is because he is white.
Of course.
And that is it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to listen to this. I don't know if I want to read into it. Because it was like the first movie of the year that I was looking forward to. And now I hear that crap.
Guys.
This mode's fun. In fact, I'd say it's a blast.
Alright. We're all having a blast here. Oh look, I had another blast. Look at all the blasts we're having. Ow. Fuck.
If this wasn't such a melee focused game, I'd suggest Bomberman as a crossover character.
Right. Well, fuck. Alright. I'm getting wrecked so fast here. Alright, well. Oh god! Oh Jesus! Alright, I died. This is a nice change of pace, though.
Shut down.
The way you said that just now reminded me of the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episode where they're parodying the movie The Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that movie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I
So
read the book.
oh, you read the book. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Burns is hunting all of the residents of Springfield,
Uh-huh.
and Apu gets killed,
Uh-huh.
and he his soul goes into like a deer. He says, "Haha, you can't kill a Hindu," and he gets killed again as the deer or whatever.
Right.
He says, "Help me, Jesus!"
Right? So funny. Oh, man.
How did I last this long? Jeez.
I don't know.
Player 1 wins.
Glacial Chill wins. GG. Okay, that was pretty funny. Alright, let's see. Somebody said Kung Foot.
If a Flareon has a fever, how can you tell?
Hey. Alright, there it is. That's what we've got. We got 2v2. Better hurry before somebody joins in.
Oh,
Volcar.
Kung Foot Arena.
okay. Is this regular teams or is it the football mode?
It's Kung Foot.
Uh,
It's the soccer mode.
3.
Oh.
The other
1,
football.
brawl.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Football. Oh no! We lose! Oh!
Yeah, why'd you put me on your team? You wanted to lose?
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. It's loser time.
Bloody hell.
Alright. Boy, isn't this fun. Oops. I need to shoot that the other way. Fuck. Hey, we did it! Thank you! Thank you so much! Hey, get in there. No, you should have let it in. Stop taking my balls. My balls. No, stop taking my balls from me. Oh god, no!
Blue team wins.
So sad. GG, blue team! GG! Okay. Alright, we played Kung Foot. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. Oh my gosh, you're just not satisfied, are you?
Do you know what kind of mode Strikeout is?
I think so. Here, I'll turn teams on. There we go.
Volcar.
I'm just curious, because I got a trophy once I got Isaiah to 25 the other day, and the trophy says, now I can use black in Strikeout.
Okay.
So, I'm like, okay, is that the name of a mode? Ooh, Apocalypse!
What the fuck is with these maps?
I think it changed it back to including small ones.
Fuck! I don't want small maps. Fuck small maps. Seriously, this is why I don't like changing modes, because it like fucks with my original settings. Ew!
3.
Ew!
Yeah,
1, brawl.
no me gusta either.
Ew! Ew, this
I mean,
stage. Ew. Not
The art's
ooh-woo,
kind of
just
pretty,
ew.
but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just a floating chunk of shit in a pretty background. Like half the other stages in the game. More than half. Shit. Yeah. There's like maybe like 5 fucking stages in the game that actually have decent designs. Ooh, it's got a platform. It moves. Like, it's so bad. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright.
Yeah, the laziness on display here is why I won't give Blue Mammoth a dime.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, like... Absolute lame shit that's going on here. Should be over here.
So the other week I had the biggest giant friggin' fight with my mother that I could possibly remember, and at least for the past year, and went for a full week and a half barely talking or communicating with her because she made it absolutely clear that she was not going to fulfill her promises to me regarding furniture, smartphone, help with my glasses, anything, despite the fact that I practically was killing myself for a full week moving her, and it's going to take 2 months or more to unpack her and get her settled. So I'm doing all this bloody work for nothing.
Yeah, well.
And she said that, you know, even if I could afford to get you all, do all that stuff for you, it doesn't make any sense for me to get you that furniture and then you move out of state. It'll cost money to move that stuff. I'm like, if I had furniture in the first place, I'd still be paying to move it anyway.
Right.
She's using every possible excuse in the book to...
Yeah.
Either way, she is.
Why did they switch this back to auto? I'm here. Big maps only. You stupid piece of shit. Alright. Team's off. There we go. You guys are picky. Like, I don't like these unimaginative backgrounds. Like, the one, like... Like, there's so many backgrounds in this game, there's so many stages in this game that are just a floating lump of crap in the middle of a background. And, like, they're not well designed at all. Like, they're all just so samey and stupid. Like, I like the stages that actually have, like, effort put into them and, like, the strategy and everything. Like, that's why I switch it to big maps, because when you go little maps, they're literally, like, all the fucking same, practically. Like...
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Oh, man.
Did we lose a player?
I think so. But yeah, I don't know. Like, when you're talking about... When you're talking about games like this one, you know... I get it. If you play ranked all the time, then you're probably at home on those little maps, because that's the type of map you're always forced to use when you play ranked. But I can't stand them. I don't know how other people do it. Like, you know, maybe I'm spoiled from being used to playing Smash and having like all these stages that are actually like, you know, have involved designs and everything. But yeah, this is kind of crappy as far as designs go for a lot of the smaller stages. Like, you know, and a lot of the smaller stages, like I said, the bigger versions of those same stages will be a lot better, but the small stages in general, like, you know, like just because I don't have that many people playing doesn't mean I want to play on a freaking rudimentary stupid map. You know, it's nothing to being picky. It's just, you know.
Well, if this is practically any other game, you would have had to pay extra money just to play on this stage.
Right? Yeah. Like, honestly, if this was a buy, like if Sundrive City was a map that you had to buy, you know, not that I want to give them any ideas, but I probably would have either paid for it or just stopped playing. You know, depending on how much they were charging, because I feel like stages would be a better investment than the thing. But like, you know, then you start running into, well, how would they do that? Like, is it, you know, does the host have to pay for the stage and then everybody can play on it that they're hosting, or, you know, or does everybody that is playing on it have to have the stage? You know, so at that point it becomes like, you know, well, how are they going to run it? You know?
Well, it would probably turn into the same situation as with Call of Duty or that Transformers game that you had that you stopped buying the DLC for.
Yeah.
When DLC packs for games like that happen, basically everyone who plays online will only want to play on the new apps when they pop up, and then no one will be wanting to play on the old maps.
Right.
So it's like you're practically forced by way of peer pressure, I guess, to buy the new map packs.
Yeah.
Shut down.
And again, I don't necessarily like, especially with a game like this kind of, you know, come and go as you please type gameplay. Like, I don't know. I don't know if selling stages would be the way to go. Honestly, you know, like I said,
well,
if Blue Mammoth sold more of their stuff at reasonable prices, I'd be much more likely to buy it. You know, if I could spend, you know, $10-15 and get, like, you know, 5-10 characters, I would definitely do it. You know, but you know, the prices that they've got them at now, it's like, nah, fam. You know, you crazy. Like, if I could spend like $20 and get all the WWE guys, I'd do it. You know.
And for comparison's sake, I'm pretty sure the way Smash Brothers does it is, you get a compatibility patch where you can fight on the stages and fight against the characters that are in the DLC packs, but you can't choose them yourselves.
Right.
Which I think is perfectly fair.
Right. But yeah.
So, you know, they do Earthworm Jim or a Ninja Gaiden stage in character
no,
pack.
I do not play Apex.
Official choices I used to, but kind of got bored.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Heyo.
Brawl.
Here.
Oh goodness.
So, for example, in the future, if they were to do a Ninja Gaiden or Earthworm Jim character pack, whatever, for Ultimate, you know, you get the update patch, and you'd probably end up in that stage and fighting against that character from time to time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Hunger.
What's up?
You think of I was gonna ask you, are you like a fan of like the Monster Hunter series? Because recently the Rise came out.
I know that there's a new Monster Hunter game out. I have literally never played any Monster Hunter games, and from what I can tell, it looks like a series I would probably really enjoy. It also looks like a massive can of worms that I probably don't want to open right now. You know,
You
Well,
already
like-
have a similar game on your 3DS. It's Final Fantasy Explorers.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was gonna say, because like with Monster Hunter, first off, like that would be like a game that if you were to stream, like you can't really do anything unless you move up the different levels or different stages, whatever you want to call them. Like you can't fight this guy without fighting the other dude first.
Right.
Succeeding was terrible because you could like die 1,000 times and you would despawn. Like I want to like one of the dragons I remember fighting. There's like dragons, dinosaurs, etc. Or just giant lizards. Basilisks, I think what they're called. And you can go from like the game. You can go from like fighting what used to be called a Jagras, but I can't remember what it's called in Rise.
Jagras.
They're called like it's like a giant basilisk, a yellow basilisk.
It's basically what it is. It's a homunculus that was created by splicing a dinosaur's DNA with Mick Jagger, and it's got the moves, and sorry.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
go on.
Pretty much, you can go from fighting that, which, by the way, it's kit that it has. Like every monster has their own kit, right? It's like one monster can end up going from like poisoning you from its claws, or just biting you every fucking attack, to like flying around shooting fireballs, right?
Okay.
And like I said with the Great Jagras, its kit is pretty simple. It just like runs around, slams its fat ass fucking body on you, and so on.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna say it just keep slamming its fat ass into you, and it's like, man, you know, that's the same attack that some women use. You know.
I think they call it twerking.
Yeah, you know. Depends on who's doing the attack, but you know.
God damn it.
Get him! No!
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, like I said, it would be a cool game. You would want to enjoy, but you'd have to like learn a lot of like weaknesses, strengths, get a lot of armor.
Man,
you know.
I don't know if I can handle learning a bunch of monsters' weaknesses.
I mean, because like an RPG, like Octopath or Final Fantasy, it's pretty simple, like fire, lightning, you know.
Yeah. Like...
But when it comes to like,
I hate to
Monster
break
Hunter,
to you, pal, but you completely missed Hunger's sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're plummeting in it.
I figured,
that's what I was talking
but I was too late.
I'm like playing games with those types of mechanics all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like, I mean, even then, it's like, well, I was just saying that, you know, like with Monster Hunter, it's not just lightning weakness or dragon weakness. It's more like hit the man in the wing, hit the man on the fucking head. You know.
Oh, okay. So they have like weak points. In other words, like.
Yeah, when you hit the
Hey,
you get like a critical hit on a weak point, they'll drop extra pieces for you to make armor and weapons out of.
Right.
It's a pretty fun gameplay loop that I'm going to try personally. I've downloaded the demo for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on the 3DS because all of their Monster Hunter games are on sale.
Right.
So I'll try it out. If I like it, I might buy it.
Right.
Or I might just wait until I can get like the big PS4 Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter, that's Iceborne, which is one I kind of like first played, which is a later game, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, for what I understand, like from the Monster Hunter community people that I know, this new game that just came out is pretty darn good.
Well, it's like it's similar to the first, it's like Iceborne, the game that came out before it. But instead of having your own character, you have like let's say you can have a samurai that's like specialized in longsword, like a katana, and then another character who's in like the bow type combat. Instead of one character that's like they can switch weapon to weapon. So
instead of having one character that switches from weapon to weapon, you create like a whole party of characters and then switch between characters.
Yeah.
A la like a Genshin Impact type thing or something.
Well, like you don't like switch like mid combat. You pick a character for that level, and then you like.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's more like kind of like how the Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors game worked, where you like pick a character and they do one thing, and then you replay that stage with a different character to do something else in there. You know.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, like in Monster Hunter, the execution of the gameplay and stuff, it's essentially the same thing. You fight a monster, you deal with this quest, and you get loot and or like other stuff for it.
I thought it was all you play as just that same character and you change weapons.
That's how previous games have been. But we're talking about the new one. Apparently, in the new one, you get to you have different characters with different specializations. So.
I see.
You get to use those and switch between them. Which
I mean, like one thing you can change like per character is like, let's say one character with a great sword, it might have like level 1-2 gear, but like the archer that you switch to might have like level 7 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like all different gear you use is created by parts, like that one that you said.
Yeah,
parts that you get from monsters you kill.
Right, that's like the hallmark of the Monster Hunter series is, you know, you build new weapons by making them out of monster bits, you know, and so the stronger the monsters you can hunt, the stronger the monster bit weapons you can make, you know.
Yeah.
And they just fell right into it. They're walking on landmines. Whoa! I'm sorry. All right.
Oh my God! YouTube that's not copyright. He just said one little line.
Yeah. That's the. And I said landmines, not sunshine. There's a difference.
Yeah. That could have been a parody.
I said there and not I'm. So it is very much a parody. Do not copyright claim me, or I will sue you for $100 billion.
Oh, hey Matt. Only if that worked like that.
God, right?
Hey, I'm kind of shocked that you haven't faced the wrath of Wojcicki yet.
Yeah, you know.
I'm sure if you get big enough, you'll get her attention eventually.
Eventually, I'll eventually get somebody's attention. It'll be terrible.
I wonder how many of her underlings over at Alphabet refer to her as the Susanator.
The Susanator.
Susanator.
Does she Susan people?
That just makes me think of Deltarune because the name's Susan. Like, I don't know why, but yeah.
Makes me think of Dexter's Laboratory. That's Mandark's real name. Because his parents were hippies. They literally were. Like,
oh my God! One of the floors. We get sarcastic hunger when we tell him to do the wrong thing in a game.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed. I know, but the Digital Tamers Reborn. I don't know what they updated, but it was a small like.
They did a small update. They added the Bonchos. So all the Boncho mons, Boncho Leomon, Boncho Lilymon, Boncho Stingmon. You know, there's five Boncho Digimon, and they added all of them.
Isn't Boncho like Japanese for badass?
It's like gang leader or whatever. I don't know. Like,
I have this obscure PSP game called Kenka Boncho Badass Rumble.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, but so, I don't know what the exact.
You had to be like the best. It was kind of the. Third person.
We have a winner.
Third person brawler RPG.
It means delinquency.
Yeah. But no, when you tell me to do the wrong thing in a video game, you just get this meme.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
There we go.
Hey, what is that from?
What?
Like, I know it's Kermit and also it's Muppets, but like.
And yeah, I just found it somewhere. Like, I was just on YouTube, like, and it wound up in my recommended shit. And I was, the original clip was like 10 seconds, but I cut it down farther. Like, but yeah, and like the original clip like has him like talking to somebody, and I like cut the other person out of the frame. Anyway, so I'm very proud of that edit. It's great because I love having memes that I could act like they're talking to each other, you know. So, like,
I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream then.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck over here with one monitor.
Yeah. So I can do like this meme.
And that's not a prediction.
The Austin one though just cracks me up.
A spoiler.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
So I could just put the two of them together like that.
Well, it's like the funniest thing is like if the memes have similar context, it makes it better.
Right. That's the great thing about it. Is, you know.
Oh, what I find hilarious is I got an easy KO on Hunger while he was memeing during the game.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for the dirty underhanded strat. was wondering who would dare to interrupt my fun. Anyway.
But yeah, like I stopped trying to get Imperial Dramon powder mode because apparently every time I like get close, one of them dies somehow. I'm like,
yeah.
How? Because it requires like literally three charges to get the Pyodramon and Omnimon, level up Pyodramon to Imperial Dramon, and then John rested them. Like,
yeah, it's there's a lot of jogress going on there. You need too much jogress to make the progress. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God. Oh God.
It's,
I wonder if like since Imperial Dramon Paladin mode is in the game, I wonder if Armageddon is in.
Armageddon?
I'm
not sure.
I've never seen him, so I think I need the challenges.
Funny Clips of People is here. Hello, welcome. I like funny clips. Not necessarily of people, just, you know, things.
Hunger with the double kill. Alright.
Yeah. Did you see the end of Pokemon Clover Master Cuts episode 69? Because I did a Samuel L. Jackson, I did a Pulp Fiction edit at the end of that episode. Because it was the episode where I fought Samuel L. at the end of Victory Road. So I did a Pulp Fiction edit.
Is that the one where he quotes the Bible, or?
Yes, it's that scene. But I replaced the guy who kept saying "what" with Skeletor.
I may have to actually watch that.
Apparently, this funny ghost person says he or she is a kid.
I'm kid. Okay. Good job. Good job doing kid things.
Did that person just jump off the edge and just go? Okay.
Oh
I
God!
think I saw Rayman just go flying.
You know, maybe they went flying. Maybe they're just cliff climbing and bungee jumping. I don't know. Y'all yeet. No, don't do it.
Yeah, like right now I'm trying to watch the last few episodes of AOT season 4.
Aha!
People call me. Okay. How come? Is it because your name is too long?
I'm gonna die so bad. Yeet again! Haha! Okay. This is where everybody gets really mad at me for sig spamming. I'm just sitting here teeing off. Oh no, not there. Anything but that. Wrong hole.
Oh!
Not that hole, please.
What happened to get under?
Oh god.
How do I see you now? Getting under siege.
Oh.
I'm still here.
Alright.
Just call him Siege. It's
Siege?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Oh god!
never seen the word siege
No.
spelled that way, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I had.
Longer, you will remain on the skin of your teeth.
Well, you know, it's a gift.
I've had more
I'm-
than a few people completely mispronounce just siege, so I figure
I'm-
if I add something that gives it more context, they'll be able to pronounce it
Oh,
correctly.
darn. People call you kid. Oh, I see. Okay, kid. Oh, QB2 Nasty wins. Good job, QB2 Nasty. If only somebody hadn't KO'd me at the beginning while I was memeing.
Revenge is a dish best served with pinto beans and muffins.
You're the second one alive. Second one,
Anyway.
you know.
All right, no problem. Official Chasers TV. You take care.
Going code. Okay.
Oh, that's an awesome skin for Mordrex there.
Yeah, look at
Just
that.
now paying attention to it.
Nice, powerful Evangelion bear trap face. Anyway. All right.
Evangelion. Oh my god.
My memories of Evangelion are far too fuzzy for me to get the reference.
Okay, well.
I just remember like the one scene where this, I don't know who his name, but literally just pulled his shit out like when the scroll was sleeping. That's the only scene I've ever seen the whole show. Like, what the
The most
hey, the
disturbing
official
part
7
of
is here. What's up?
the most disturbing part of that I remember, and it's not like it was too traumatic, but there's a scene of one of the girls just laying in a bathtub, and she's literally in a pool of her own menstrual blood.
Oh, gross.
And I'm like, okay, ew. I understand the significance of the plot, but still, ew.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the show was nice overall, but it's just this. Some of the scenes are just like, why?
From what I understand, if you watch the manga, you think the anime is trash, or if you read the manga, then the anime is yeah. If you watched the manga, you didn't have to read it. You just had to watch it for a little bit. Just absorb the story through osmosis. Anyway, but no, if you read the manga, then and then watch the anime, you're probably going to be disappointed, from what I understand. The manga was apparently much better.
I regret even watching a scene of read through of the healer. I regret.
Oh, I keep hearing things about that series.
Don't even try it. Yeah.
You know, let's see. Series I regret watching. There aren't many, because normally I'm pretty good about steering clear of stuff that I know I'm not going to like. But
I had no idea.
Stuff that I tried watching and absolutely did not like. What was it? What is the exact name of it? It's the something of Ragnarok and the Blesser of Einherjar or something like that. Like, it's an isekai series, and I watched it because I love isekai series, and oh god, is it terrible! Like
you expected something different, but it was something like
basically like it's like everything that you should do with an isekai, like crammed into one series. Like the guy is isekai to another world, and basically he's put in charge of this clan in this area, in this world where that's controlled by warring clans, basically. And in order to increase his clan's power, he has to defeat other clans, and then when he defeats another clan, then like the leader of that clan, in order to if they want, unless they kill the leader of that clan, then the leader of the clan becomes like his brother or sister, and that's how they so there's all these former clan leaders that he's subjugated that are women that have the hots for him, and they're calling him Oni-chan, and they're trying to fuck him all the time. And
God!
So it's got that whole incest is wincest thing going on. They're not really related, but it's got that going on,
Oh, like stepsis.
Yeah, like the stepsister type shit. And then but then he has like a smartphone and he can call the other world that he came from and talk to his girlfriend. So it's it's like your bro. Like, what the fuck?
So he's like Issei, but in terms of all the people around him, but he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, so it's just weird and stupid, and after watching one episode, I was like, I don't need to watch any more of this.
Well, virtually the animation was nice, but the plot is just terrible.
Yeah, I don't have any gripes about the animation. I almost never do. To me, unless the animation absolutely looks like dog shit, I'm probably not going to mention it.
I was gonna say most old shows have the more dog animation. Nowadays are you know, modestly decent, moderately decent, or just straight.
You know, like, yeah, like, typically if I'm complaining about animation, it's probably CG, honestly.
CGI?
Yeah, CGI, like, there are some anime that have absolutely awful CGI.
Player 2 wins.
So...
One of them, I mean, I don't know if it could also could use, but like the Digimon movie where they had CGI, the whole like X-antibody thing.
Yeah, no, like...
I'm still waiting for a localization of that one.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that Digimon World 4, which I've been playing on Digimonday, uses scenes from that movie as its opening. You know?
Yep.
So...
Full car.
Speaking
But, yeah.
of which, how does your schedule look for next week? I mean, when does the new job start?
New job
And-
is starting, let's see, technically tomorrow, like, April 1st.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's
so
not April 1st.
It is.
Oh wait,
it
yes it is. I
Yeah.
forgot it.
It's after
1 o'clock
midnight,
now.
so yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, technically tomorrow. Anyway, oh god damn it.
I was gonna say like,
But yeah,
I mean,
so
it's in the morning, so-
Thursday, if you want to get really specific.
2, 1.
Uh, So I will probably still run Octopath Traveler on Thursday. Once I know what my official days off are going to be at the new job, I will be able to plan better as to what should go
Stream
where
stuff.
on YouTube. Brawlhalla may end up staying on Tuesdays, or I might move it to Sundays. So we'll see how that runs.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, my main focus right now is, you know, what would be a good day to call and arrange for possibly joining you for Digimon Day.
Yeah. Yep. Cause
If I can arrange the big project I'm working on,
Yeah.
well, one of the big projects I'm working on,
Yeah. Cause
and freeing up time for it.
yeah. Cause with Digimon Day, you know, I'm gonna be keeping that on Mondays for obvious reasons.
Right.
But I'm really hoping to keep Digimon Day going until Survive comes out. But I may have to, you know, stick another game in there occasionally during the meantime. Oh fuck.
like, I don't know if you know him, but the YouTuber Shadow Shack. I don't get how, like, I think he was playing on PSP or something. They were playing, I can't remember, like, this one Digimon game, he was, like, the name of it, but it's supposedly coming out for, like, PS4 and stuff soon this year or next year.
Huh.
And I'm guessing he was playing in, like, another... I'll have to look at it,
Huh.
because I know I watched the video.
Well, what's really frustrating is that Digimon Next Order, or Last Order, or whatever it's called, I looked at the file size, and there's no reason for them not to put it on a 16GB Switch card,
Alright.
or at least have a digital release for it.
Yeah.
But I guess its sales are so bad that,
Yeah.
you know, you're just not going to bother.
But yeah, I don't know. Cause you know. Oh, thanks, kid. I appreciate it. But yeah.
You've got, like, all the other Digimon console games, don't you?
I've got a bunch of Digimon console games, especially the Digimon World games. I'm really not missing too many.
Do you have Data Squad on the PS2?
Data Squad?
Yeah. It's basically like Digimon World 5, but it was based around Data Squad.
I don't know if I have that one.
Oh, crud.
Anyway. Because I have Digimon World, the original one, on the PS1. I have Digimon World 3 on the PS1. Digimon World 2, I think I just had a burned CD of it at one point, which I can't use anymore.
I'm pretty sure you have Digimon World 2, because I remember snagging it for you.
I'd have to check, but anyway. Yes, absolutely, Oakley, you can join. The code is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. Anyway, but yeah, so I'd have to double check and see if I have it, but yeah. And I did check with my brother to see if he still had his old games. He does not. He like purged them all. So, so yeah. So we're both looking for remakes of them to come out. So I really want to throw my money into like at this this whole Atlas collection thing that they've got going on.
Where they're compiling games together.
Yeah, they're putting out like the first one's like literally just 2 different games like stuck together, but like I want to support those because Atlas has a lot of good shit that I'd love to play on the channel, and I don't have all of it, you know. So, you know.
Yeah, I'd love to. Even though I have them on multiple Sony platforms, I'd love for them to get the Vanillaware games over on the Switch.
Yeah. Well, and like they're
especially Muramasa.
But yeah,
Pardon me.
like last month, Shadow was playing this game called Digital Digimon World Redigitize. 2012 PSP game. And I believe that's a game like that is coming out for like the newer consoles.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
I don't know. It'd be nice, but yeah.
It'd be nice if you could actually find the new consoles on the store shelves and not look at that sticker that they have up there. It says, "Oh, due to demand, these are not available in store."
Right. GZ NASA GX. Alright, let's see. What do you want to do?
But it'll be a good 3.5 to 4 years before there's anything I'd want to play on any of them. I mean, I've got me a nice backlog anyway.
Alright.
Got so many PS4 games on the cheap in the past 9 months that I'd have to get like a 4 terabyte hard drive to install them all.
Nice.
So, Hungry, are you going to be collecting any of the new Digimon card game cards when they start like releasing?
I mean, you know, my sister does have an anime store and she does carry them when she can get them. But right now they are in such short supply that I don't know if I don't know if there would if I want to go that route. I mean, I feel like if I did get into that game, it would probably just be to like buy the buy boxes and then do box opening videos and then sell the singles. You know?
Yeah.
Because some of the singles are apparently going for pretty outrageous rates right now. So.
Yeah.
Because I would like to do like box opening videos and whatnot on the channel at some point, but that'd be kind of fun.
I'm gonna head out for the night.
You're gonna head out? Alright.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
See ya.
Ooh, look out! Oh god! gosh.
Shut down.
Alright, there we go.
Here I thought I was getting pretty good with this character. I managed to win like 2 or 3 in a row earlier today, warming up for tonight, and apparently either my sleep deprivation or
Alright.
everybody else sucked.
My sleep deprivation. Well, and again, when you're talking about, doing stuff, like, if you're practicing by doing, like, ranked and stuff like that, it's like Andre the Giant says in The Princess Bride, there's a different set of moves when you're fighting just one person than you use when you're fighting big groups,
No, I just do free-for-alls all the time.
Okay, yeah, well, that's good. That's a good way to train for this.
Yeah, it's just my muscle memory is still trained on with
Different
Isaiah,
character, yeah.
and trying to get used to the basic move structure of this character again, because I'd played her a bit. Obviously, I was like level 10 when I started.
Right. So.
Well, not today. I started a bit last week.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just adjusting.
Oh God. Hey, Ragnar. D Money with the win. GG for the DD.
So do you know approximately what time you would want me to come by if I am to join you on Monday?
I probably won't get off work till 7, so sometime after that.
All right.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking for the time being is, well, just for this Monday, give me a call like 30 minutes before you're about to start streaming for it.
Okay.
So that I can get my stuff in gear if I can.
Okay. Am I doing a
My
live
stuff.
stream tomorrow? Yes. Yes, I am streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming Pokemon Sword. For Wednesday. Tomorrow is in Wednesday. So yes. Technically later today by, like, 20 hours or so, but anyway, give or take.
3, 2, 1.
Mother friggin', God, no. Oh, shit. But yeah, I do not stream Brawlhalla every day. Brawlhalla is a once a week type thing. I do it on Tuesdays. At least for now. I might be changing that. So.
Brawlhalla Brews days.
Yeah.
I want to tip my hat off of gratitude to the person who suggested this way back when.
Yeah, Rude Dolphin was the one who originally suggested that I play this. So, big ups to him for that. Oh
Yeah.
God!
I've put more hours into this than I have most of the games I paid money for.
Right?
It's almost sad.
Oh boy, yeah, I just love that somebody showed up to promote their stream. That always makes me so warm and fuzzy inside. Especially when YouTube automatically blocks their comment and they don't get it through. So nobody ever sees it but me. Yeah. Good job. Yeah.
That reminds me, I haven't plugged your merchandise in a while.
Alright. Way to try and hijack my stream viewers. And fail miserably.
Try harder.
Yeah, right? Oops. Whoopsie! I'll just be over here. Oh God! Oh. Okay. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, part of my sleep deprivation isn't just from stress of dealing with you-know-who. It's, my apartment complex. My apartment complex does not let us use air conditioning and heat at the same time during most of the seasons.
Commercial content or spam. Alright, there we go.
And seeing as it's kind of stuffy out there, it's stuffy in here.
Okay, there we go.
And my fans can only do so much.
Right.
I tried to put the thermostat to AC mode, it just blows a fan.
Right.
So it's like, and a very ineffective one at that.
Yeah.
I'd crack the window, but I don't like hearing the ambient sounds of the night out there.
Right. Understandable.
But I can't sleep without a fan on, even in the winter.
Right. Yeah.
And that happened by accident.
Yeah, that humming sound of the fan can be really reassuring, you know, and it can sometimes help drone out like other like little noises. So, like sometimes, you know how they say it's too quiet. Sometimes when you're living by yourself, it can really feel that way, you know. So sometimes having that little bit of ambient noise can help you go to sleep a little better. It's kind of weird. Ooh.
Player 4 wins.
GG no cap tank. Congratulations. Well fought. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? What? Oh, it's Bodvar.
I'm gonna ask you this question only because I know you play the occasional mobile game. Is World of Warships a mobile game?
I think so. I definitely have not played that one.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's like World of Warships and World of Tanks, and you know, like. Anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, somehow I forget when or how I did it, but I ended up with it in my Xbox account. And there's I go to the subreddit of free game findings where they'll find basically you go to it and they'll post links to all sorts of free stuff. Like for example, a friendly reminder that PlayStation Store is giving out a grand total of 10 games right now.
Yeah.
For the stay-at-home, play-at-home, whatever campaign. And anyways, they keep posting free DLC for this game. It's World of Warships, and I'm just like, you know, this sounds like it would be a mobile game the way that it seems to be structured.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I probably clicked on like get the game for free plus X amount of content, limited time, and
yeah. Oh god.
Got another bonus or whatever for it just the other day. I'll probably never play it, but hey.
Right.
I believe it's a strategy title of some sort, and seeing as I can't strategize my way out of the paper bag.
Pretty sure it's just sailing around your warship and trying to sink other warships. I don't think it's like playing Battleship or anything. I could be mistaken, you know, because like I said, there's a game called World of Tanks where you just customize your tank and then drive it around and shoot people with it. Yeah. And they try to shoot you, and you know.
Yeah, I think I've
Oh God! Please no.
I've somehow missed any invites for that one.
Well, normally, my exposure to them, like I said, I don't play games like that myself, but I see them advertised on YouTube quite a bit. Like, you know. Because sometimes
right.
these games will, like, literally, like, anybody that will actually agree to plug their game, they'll give them a sponsorship if they have enough subscribers, you know. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I know I've talked about it ad nauseum. The other big project, of course, that I mentioned earlier is I'm gonna start working on my podcast project again very soon.
Yeah.
And one recurring gag I'm gonna do, maybe possibly even beyond the point when I get enough subscribers to get such an offer, I will mock the fact that I don't have any big sponsorships.
Yeah.
I'll say something like, "Hey, throw some money at my Patreon, because you know, I am not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or Raycon or World of Tanks or."
Right. Yeah, I want to start making up fake sponsors. just doing random ads for them, like, you know, like make like little ad clips and then play them like kind of like stream memes during streams. Like,
gotcha. Or while you're during a bathroom break.
You know, yes, I mean, you know, this stream has been brought to you by Mel's Manly Meat Deliveries, offering backdoor service to housewives everywhere. You know, like, you know, just stuff like that, you know, like, you know.
So
this stream has been brought to you by Vampire brand vacuum cleaners. If you want the best vacuum, nothing sucks like a vampire. You know, like, you know, just, you know, things like that, you know, just absolutely you could join. We're up at the room code is up at the top. It's pinned. YouTube chat. Anyway.
657-338.
Just be over here trying not to die.
So in other news, I finally stumbled upon the meaning or the reasoning for all of the Last of Us 2 controversy. Apparently, the main protagonist of the first one, by the name of Joel, was a strong father figure who helped save this girl, who's the main protagonist of the second game now. And he's like really smart, had a kind of a bad past.
I died.
And at the very beginning sequence of the game, they basically wrote him poorly to assassinate the character, so that he would do something really stupid. Gave out his real name when introduced to this group of stragglers, survivors, whatever, and they proceed to knock him down and literally beat him to death. And it turns out the reason why they wrote the character like that is because they apparently hate the idea of a strong father figure, even in an apocalypse setting.
Wow.
So this is the reason why everybody was review bombing it on Metacritic.
Right.
And
yeah.
They apparently didn't deserve the award for all the awards they got at the Game Awards last year, because it was politically motivated character assassination of a strong male father figure.
Yeah.
In gaming.
That's kind of cringe. Anyway.
And it's another reason why, you know, with entertainment and gaming, even gaming, getting subjected to these political agendas, I'm not going to buy the new consoles unless there's a big change.
Yeah. Honestly, I just go by, with console buying, I just go by what I've always gone by. Does this console have a bunch of exclusive titles that I really, really, really want to play? You know? Like, that's literally how I make all my console buying decisions. Like, if I can look at a console and be like, you know, there's not a single thing on this console that I can't get on another console, I am not buying that console, you know? Like, there's no way that I'm buying a console that has absolutely nothing to offer me when it comes to exclusive games that I want to play. You know? Like, which is why, right now, the latest console that I have is a Nintendo Switch. Because, you know, guess who's got Mario Maker? Guess who's got Breath of the Wild? Guess, like, there's all these games that it's like, yeah, I want to play that. You know, they got the Pokemon. Like, honestly, the main reason I got it was for Pokemon Sword and Shield. But there's tons of other stuff that I've got on it now that's like exclusive titles, and I'm loving the hell out of it. You know.
Yep.
So.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
And yes,
like
it's not perfect. It's got its problems. Don't take this as a glowing endorsement. You know, like telling you that, you know, to go out and buy a Switch, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I play on a corded controller. I don't use Joy-Cons. You know, sorry, not a fan of Tokyo Drift or anything like that. You know, I'm not trying to do Initial D gaming out here. So.
It'd be fitting if there was a Ridge Racer on the Switch.
I mean, they should just put an Initial D video game on it. You know? Then anytime your Joy-Con starts drifting, you can go, deja vu, I have been in this place before.
Hunger. Ridge Racer is a racing game that's all about drift mechanics.
I know it's all about drift mechanics, but like the,
all right.
Like the initial, there was a point where I don't know if you saw the video. There was I think it was a Pokemon battle video, and Solus had made some misplays, and he was trying to blame it on Joy-Con drift. so I did this edit where I was showing the basically it shows a Joy-Con just floating across the screen. And it's playing that song, you know, deja vu, I have been in this place before. You know?
Does Pokemon Sword and Shield not let you use the analog sticks for choosing things?
It does. I'm using the I use this quarter controller when I play, but like anyway, but he was blaming Joy-Con drift on why he was picking the wrong targets for his moves. So every time he would say that he was drifting, I would play that little clip of the Joy-Con sliding across the screen with that song behind it, with the first couple seconds of that song behind it, you know. But anyway,
as much as I think he was, you know, just blame throwing, it is still conceivable.
Yeah, no, I get that
actually being an issue.
I get that it's actually an issue for people, but like I said, that's why I avoided that issue by getting a controller. You know.
Oh, well, the thing is, even the Pro controllers and corded controllers aren't immune.
I mean, I haven't had any problems with it.
There is a lower instance of it happening with them.
Well, I mean, you know. I mean, you could say that technically any controller for any console is prone to those types of problems to some degree, but you know,
especially now the PlayStation 5 and Series X controllers.
Yeah, but again, you know, the thing with the Joy-Cons drifting is a widespread issue, which is why it's such an issue. You know. It's something that happens to just about everybody who buys a Joy-Con, you know.
Yep.
So, Which if you buy a Switch and it comes bundled with one, then that's pretty much everybody who owns a Switch, you know?
Yep.
So, just about every
Yeah,
Switch
Nintendo's-
owner either has had or will have problems with one or more of their Joy-Cons at some point during that Joy-Con's lifespan.
Yep.
So-
If it's not the wireless transmitter from the left Joy-Con, it's going to be drift. It's not that. It's going to be the system overheating and melting the casing of the system.
Yeah. I had the transmission problem with one of the Joy-Cons. I can't remember if it was the left one or the right one, but that's ultimately why I bought the controller, because I was using the Joy-Cons with the little controller dock thing that it comes with for a while, and then it was like,
the grip.
oh, we can't detect this Joy-Con. You need to, and I'm like, I'm playing Tetris, bitch, get off me. Like, you know, so
I think that was when we were playing Puyo Puyo Tetris.
something.
I brought it over.
I don't know, but yeah, I was.
Yeah, that was mine.
No, like I was having that problem with mine, like in here.
Tetris 99.
I was playing Tetris 99, and the thing's like, oh, we can't detect one of the Joy-Cons. I'm like, the fuck you can't! You know? So yeah, it was not the best time. So, but yeah, so I bought a corded controller. It's got a little Pikachu on it. It's very nice. I keep seeing more Pokemon corded controllers. I'm like, oh. But
The odd thing is, as much as I still kind of like Pokemon, there's not one yet that I absolutely love.
oh, like one Pokemon that you would consider your favorite, is it? Or...
Yeah, exactly. You would think that after all these generations of Mons, that there would be one that I'm absolutely in love with somehow. Right. I think I have to blame the general lack of cat Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, it took them until Incineroar to get one that I was like, yes, this is my spirit animal. You know, like,
yeah,
it's a pro wrestler. It's the heel. You know, like.
Oh, it's supposed to be a heel?
Yes, that's why it's a dark type.
Oh, I don't know its typing. All I know it's fire. It's wrestling. I assumed it was fire fighting.
Yeah, no, a lot of people thought it was going to be firefighting when they saw the design, and it's like fire dark because it's the heel pro wrestler. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, maybe if
Love
they do an ice fairy or an ice fighting counterpart one day, I might be into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, I mean, I really like the Eevees, but I don't love them. I wish they were cats.
Right, they're a combination of a bunch of different animals. A lot of people are like, "Oh, they're based on this specific fox animal." And it's like, no, they are
They do resemble fennec foxes a bit.
Yes, but they're meant to be a combination of various different animals: foxes, rabbits, even a lion to some extent for the mane. But
yeah.
But like
Umbreon has kind of rabbit ears.
Yeah, like the foxes, rabbits, cats, like all these things.
Yeah, the fairy one looks the most cat-like.
Yeah, I mean, the fairy one's like covered in bows and whatnot, and yeah.
I'm like, too girly for me. Sorry.
Well, the thing is, it might sound girly, but then you realize that those bows are made of flesh.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Don't care.
Anyway.
Now the thing is, it's ironic though. I'm not that big a fan of Digimon, and yet Vmon is practically my spirit animal over the years.
Right. If you keep eating those snacks, you're gonna digivolve into Heavymon. Hello.
Welcome to the new stage of history.
Oh god.
Oh wait, this isn't Soul Calibur.
Alright. Yeet. More yeet.
Speaking of which, I'm
More yeet.
still hoping and waiting that Namco will do Soul Calibur 2 HD online for the Switch.
Oh
That
god.
way we will have the ultimate version of Soul Calibur 2 with Link,
Yeah.
Heihachi, and Spawn.
Wow. That would be lit.
I need to turn that game.
My god.
Shut down.
Okay. I still have 1 life left.
I think I recognize that voice. Is that Solus?
No!
Crap.
Oh snap. You messed up.
He
I'm
messed
sorry,
up.
I got one screen. I'm sleep deprived. Give me a break. Who is this?
Look at you, see.
It was then that he
Okay,
realized he fucked up. Alright.
That's from Wanted, if I remember correctly.
Ah, it's Javier Tankstar. What's up?
Right. Who else could it be?
I had to double check.
Oh,
We
howdy, Javier. I'm sorry, I misidentified you.
oh my goodness.
Stop. Hey.
You're sounding kind of distant there.
Oh.
He did.
GG NASA GX. Oof,
I'm here.
ace. Oof, full lobby. Let's go.
It's gonna be absolute pandemonium.
I love it. Kung Fu Pandemonium. I mean, just Pandemonium. Alright. My gosh. Come on, who's the one holdout? Come on. Yay, Sundark City!
I forget which zoo it is that they have the pandas that desperately want to mate to propagate the species. But thanks to
All of
the
3, 2.
thanks to the added privacy, I guess, due to COVID practically shutting down the zoo, they've actually gotten around to getting to it.
Yeah. It's
So
funny.
there may be a slight uptick in the panda population soon.
Honestly, China had recently made some sort of a breakthrough in panda breeding, and like I remember they did this thing like a year or two ago where they were showing off that they had like 20-something new panda babies, like, you know, that they'd all birthed around the same time, like, you know, they were like, oh, look at the success of our new breeding program, you know.
I'll bet it was cloning.
Right.
Cloning, genetic engineering, breaking all the natural laws and even some unnatural ones in the process.
If you're going to genetically engineer some pandas, just make them horny. Like seriously, if you're going to modify pandas at all, make them hornier. Like, right now, they can't get those things to fuck to save their species, so, like, it's like,
Yeah.
just
if they don't
make them little hornballs. Like,
if they don't want to mate, they're not going to mate. They'll sit and watch The Price is Right instead.
right?
I mean, maybe they're going extinct for a reason. You know, maybe the Almighty says, okay, it's time for the pandas to go away for whatever divine
Pandas,
reason, and
hey, you know, mating is nice and everything,
humans.
but have you tried pizza? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Hungry guy.
No! I died. This is absolutely chaotic. I'm gonna die.
Ah, you thought I'm dead. Hungry, can you stop stabbing me? Sorry.
I'm just thrusting with all my might.
I wonder why.
Much thrust.
You stop it.
Oh god.
Damn. He's into another millennia.
Oh no. The siege out first? Dang.
Yep. They're knocking me down like a whack-a-mole.
Oh god,
Bye.
no!
And they were taking turns doing it too.
Yeah, I got wrecked. Alright. You guys have fun.
Time to win this match. Let's go.
Look out.
Hey. Hi, Nick.
People getting slapped around out here. But yeah. I don't know. If we're going to extinct if we're going to let a species go extinct, like, let it be the koala. Like,
Why the koala?
they are literally the most worthless animal on the planet. They are just terrible. Like, okay, so
I think I remember. I think I remember the reason why.
okay,
They basically evolved so that the only thing they can digest is eucalyptus,
okay.
and they have to eat ridiculous amounts of it just to get the slightest bit of nutrition to it.
Yes, because koalas are stupid. Okay, koalas are literal smooth brains. They don't have wrinkles in their brains because their brains have yet to develop the thinky parts that everybody else's did. So,
Well, the same thing could be said about cows and chickens and most fish that we consume.
okay,
So
no, here's how
maybe
dumb
we-
here's how dumb koalas are. Okay, the eucalyptus that they eat, it's poisonous, like highly poisonous. So somewhere along the line, the koala's ancestor was like, you know what? This is poisonous as fuck, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat it anyway. And I'm gonna eat only this. You know?
and somehow he survived and passed on the survivability gene.
Somehow they survived. And you know one of the ways that they pass on their ability to survive eating it? They feed the babies their poop. Mom poops and feeds it to the baby. Like that's how they learn how to digest this shit. Literal shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the thing is, they're so stupid that if you were to pick a whole bunch of eucalyptus leaves and put them on a plate for it and put them in front of it, it would not know what to do with them. It has to pull them off the tree itself to eat them. Like,
Well, maybe we should make koala a delicacy.
yeah,
Or would the eucalyptus content in their blood and muscle tissue kill us?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Koalas are really pretty endangered right now, right? They are not doing well as a species.
Can't imagine why.
Right. Here's the thing. They are really disease-ridden. Like like most of the koala population has some form of disease or another. They're inbred as fuck. And one of the biggest problems that they keep having is that they keep having koalas that are being born with multiple genders, and so they sterilize them so they won't breed. So they got like all these hermaphrodite koalas showing up, and they're like, no, we can't let these impure creatures continue to breed. It's like, bitch, they're trying to evolve. Leave them alone. You know?
Yeah, I think it's rather asinine for humans to try and get in the way of natural selection.
Right. It's like, man, you know, if they want to grow an extra nipple or something, let them. You know, if that one is able to breed on its own, then great. And if not, then, you know, fuck them. You know, or maybe don't fuck them. You know, like, that's kind of a creepy thing to do to an animal. Anyway, but yeah, it's so funny.
So glad I'm hours away and past my last meal.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, the things that we do to help animals continue to exist, you know, like, because there are a bunch of animals that without human intervention would just die out. Like, straight up. You know, and some of them, like, we put them in that position in the first place, right? like like pandas, for example. That's on us. We cut down we cut down a bunch of bamboo to make room for shit, and like they have to be able to like stop every 5 feet and eat or whatever, or they can't move anywhere, so they can't so if there's like a patch of bamboo 20 feet away, they're not gonna walk over there to get to some panda pussy. They're just gonna leave it, So like getting them to breed in the wild is really challenging. So because they used to have these vast interconnected swaths of bamboo that was their territory, and that's gone now. So pandas, it's our fault they're in that situation. So yeah, we should probably try to help them out of it. Hey, Green Me is here. Hi. Anyway, so yeah, like pandas are kind of our fault, but there's a bunch of other animals, like koalas. I think they probably would have gone extinct on their own. I think maybe we helped them a little bit, but I'm not paying attention at all. All right, anyway,
Man, I seem terrified.
one of the top animals that would die without humans getting involved in its shit. The French bulldog. Like, humans basically created this animal, right? It's a dog. So basically, dogs are bred with things that humans wanted to have in mind, right?
Right.
The French bulldog is such a pathetic creature, right? It has these big, wide shoulders and these teeny tiny, malformed back legs, and its back legs are so weak that it cannot mount a female on its own for mating.
Oh, good grief.
They cannot fuck without our help, alright? And not only that, but because they have those big, wide shoulders, they can't give birth naturally. They get stuck in the fucking birth canal. So they have to be delivered via cesarean section. It is the most high-maintenance animal that, for breeding purposes, it is the most high-maintenance animal to breed.
This is part of the reason why I'm partial to cats, because there's a whole lot less of that.
Right. So, cat breeds, there's different breeds of cat, but it's this one just looks a little different. It has, a different color palette. It's never there are some more extreme differences, like ears and tails and, not having any hair.
There has been an uptick in new cat breeds that are quasi-man-made or totally, man-bred, right. But it's only been an uptick in the past, 100 years.
Right.
Whereas, because the whole man's best friend and the wolf-like thing and all the other factors that I don't need to get into, that's why dogs have had much more of that.
Well, it's because dogs are easier to train, is what it is. Dogs are so much easier to train because they're so much so eager to please that we have basically just had a field day with making dogs that do everything. We've got dogs that were bred to fight wolves, dogs that were bred to fight lions, dogs that were bred to fight bears, dogs that were bred to go down holes and chase rats.
Whereas dogs will come when you call them, cats tend to take a message and get back to you later.
Yeah,
on their terms.
Yeah,
right?
It's possible to train a cat. It's just a lot more effort, and most people just would rather, cut that time and effort and train 3 dogs instead. So, So we got all these different dog breeds that do all this different stuff, and some of the stuff is so nuanced. We bred this dog to have a little white thing at the tip of its tail, so that when it's in the tall grass, we can see the little white thing popping up. You know, some of it's just literally that nuanced, you know?
Yeah. More
And-
of humans playing God.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, it's not tremendously difficult. Like, you don't have to get into genetics and whatnot to get that to happen. You just go, oh well, you know, I found a dog that has this thing that I want, and I want it to pass it on, you know, to this other dog, along with, you know, some traits from this dog that I like, you know, and so you pair two dogs that have desirable traits. And then you have the mate, and sometimes you might have to have the mate several times to get a dog that has the characteristics of both that you're interested in. And then you breed that dog, you know? Like, so...
Whole generation.
Except it's a whole lot more expensive version of the whole Pokemon breeding thing.
Exactly. It's yeah. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, you can't just release them into the wild, you know, if you don't like the stats. You know, it's not like Pokemon where you
just take them out behind the. If you can't sell them off or find new homes for them, you just you actually can release them out in the wild and increase the unwanted pet population, as Bob Barker would.
Well, I mean, you can, but like there's a lot of places with laws against that type of shit. Anyway,
everything's legal till you get caught.
Yeah, I know, but
right.
But yeah.
Sorry, my complete and total cynicism is showing again.
Everything is right. Everything's legal to be cut. It's not a lie, though.
Getting into trouble early, aren't you, lad? Trouble? Nah, you're only in trouble if you get caught. Got you, little bunk. I'm in trouble.
Yep. Yeah, that thing. Are we ready to go? Who are we waiting on? D-Money again.
Or D-Money.
D-Money. Choose your legend. Alright. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. We got it now. Wow, everybody like went up one. What the heck? Why you trying to go with the Great Hall? The fuck? It's a mutiny.
Battle! 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 Battle!
Get him. Yes, the best place. I don't know why I have a full lobby at 2 in the morning, but I do. It's 2 in the morning my time. I guess the people who are here probably on a different schedule. So
it's 2 in the morning here too.
2 in the morning for you too. Okay. I guess we're all just playing at 2 in the morning then. I don't know.
We're all born.
This is about the time where I would normally think about ending the stream.
Well,
but you know, I got like 8 people, and I love having a full lobby. So
can't complain.
Oh, I could probably hang in for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I got work tomorrow too, so I can't stay on forever. But
you mean today, but okay.
Yeah, it's a day if you want to get technical about it. Well, tomorrow too, really. So.
Not really that long.
I got another shift. It works that way. Yeah.
Now you didn't have acrimony or anything going on at the cab place, did you?
No. I'm probably actually going to stay on and work there on Sundays. But yeah, I'm not going to be working there full time anymore. Just I don't know. It could be stressful. It really can. Like, especially lately, like with when everybody started getting that stimulus money. Oh my god. So many trips. Oh, I need to go to Best Buy. I need to go to Walmart. I need to go to Riverwind. You know, just.
Oh, that'll die down after a little while.
Man, it's been like 2 weeks and it's still going. Like,
yeah.
I guess more and more people are still getting it. And plus, it was a bigger amount of money, so some people didn't spend all of it at once. You know. Yeah.
think I accidentally changed my scythe skin.
Oh god!
Finally got the
Oh
scythe
my
skin
god!
for following them on Twitter.
Oh no!
Yep.
Meh, I've had that for more.
Does it look like the Twitter logo or anything? Like
No,
No, it's the Raven's Claw.
oh, the Raven's Claw. I think I got that from something else. Like I got a code for it.
Or was it Raven's Talon?
Raven's Talon, something like that. I don't know. It's please do not. Please no. Why you gotta play like that? See, you deserve that. You deserve that for playing that way.
That Zolot has been camping the entire match.
He who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. Yeah.
But not living by the sword is no guarantee of not dying a violent death.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
Yeetus to the fetus.
Oh man.
I mean, you know, it was Jesus himself who said that, and look what happened to him.
Alright. Yeah.
Heck, it was only hours later. But
Alright.
anyway. Enough theology for one day.
Alright. Anyway.
What a killer song. Whatever that person
Listen,
is,
I am
baby
not nice,
camping in
I am
time.
not kind, and I am not wonderful.
So, Hunger, if I was to join you on Monday and pick Vmon and start over, would it be a huge detriment?
Probably not a huge one. Like, you know, we could, you know, like, it's one of those things where there's a lot of places where just having an extra pair of hands is a real asset. So, you know.
All right.
So yeah. Say GG.
Oh,
Yay! Bully! My gosh. Alright.
I'm afraid to see how much. I'm afraid to see how much Digimon World 4 is going for on eBay for PS2.
Right. It's on PS2?
Yeah, it was a multi-platform. It's on Xbox also.
But I mean, it's 4 players. Why would you get it on PS2? Unless you just had the multi-tap lying around.
Or a Checha 01 PS3.
Yeah. I guess. Alright. I could probably hang in there for one more.
3,
But,
2, 1, brawl!
I really love having big lobbies like this one. They're so fun. Oh god! Oh god! Somebody kill it. No, please, not that. Anything with that. Okay, oh, look out. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright. I'm finally free!
I already home. Hey.
Smash.
Ow.
I got smashed. It was terrible.
Dashed myself right into a landmine.
You're walking on landmines. Sorry. Oh fuck. No, please.
The Avengers game is not doing very well. I'm really disappointed.
That is so sad.
Because, I mean, the game should be right up my alley. It's basically like the Borderlands / Diablo kind of thing, only it's an action brawler.
I think Tyson got that game for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what. I think he got. I think he got it on the Switch.
Avengers is not on the Switch.
Okay. I thought there was one. I thought there was one on the Switch. Like Marvel Ultimate Alliance or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That one's definitely the more Diablo clone, but I'm talking about the one on the big consoles and PC.
I don't know. But yeah, I could have sworn he got like a Marvel Avengers game or something. I don't know.
Was it Lego Marvel?
I have no idea. Like, I'd have to ask him. 'Cause I've slept a few times since then. So it's not like he's constantly talking about it. So.
Dominating.
The last time my brother came into town with his kids, took all the nephews up to a place in Oklahoma City called the Blue Zoo. It's primarily an aquarium, but they have like a bunch of other animals there too that are like decidedly not like aquarium dwelling, you know, like snakes and frogs and birds and tarantulas and shit. You know.
Interesting.
But yeah, but like their big thing is that they have like a bunch of they call them touch exhibits where you can actually like handle the wildlife, you know.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, so the kids had a great time there. It was pretty cool, I thought. But the thing that the thing that I hated the most about it, besides the really long line, there was a huge line to get in there. But besides that, the thing I hated the most, like once I was actually in there, was the displays that said they had something in there, but almost definitely didn't. You know, like the animals just
advertising.
The animals just AWOL. You know.
Oh.
Like there was a tank that said it had a mantis shrimp in it, and I'm like, there's just no fucking way. Like, that's got to be the tiniest, shyest mantis shrimp of all time. Like. Because, like, it's not a very big tank, right? And mantis shrimps, you know, like, on average are going to be at least 6 inches long. You know, so, and the thing is, this tank did not have a lid on it. Like, you could, like, it wasn't a touch exhibit, but, you know, they didn't have anything to prevent people from just reaching in there either. You know? Like, and I'm like, man, there's no way that they would just let people be able to put their hands into a tank that allegedly contains a mantis shrimp, you know?
Right.
Because these things can break a freaking finger with their punches, you know? Their punch is like the same speed as a .22 caliber bullet, okay? And the thing is that the glass on the aquarium only looked like it was about maybe half an inch thick, and I'm like, that doesn't exactly look like it could contain a mantis shrimp, you know? Like, I would be worried that a mantis shrimp might be able to break through that. Like...
Now you wanna fight. Now you wanna fight.
Now you wanna fight. Yeah, get him. Get him. Get him, Javier.
Reminds me of the time I went to the Jenks Aquarium, and I was checking out some jellyfish, because I'd never seen them before.
Right.
And next to me, there was this young couple. They had like maybe a 1 or 2 year old boy. He had a Yoshi shirt on.
Yeah.
And they're saying, "Hey, Link, look at the jellyfish." I'm like, wait a second. I gotta clear my ears out because I didn't hear this right. And once again, they call out the kid's name, trying to get his attention. He says, "Link, look at the jellyfish." I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. did I hear you correctly? Did you just name your kid after the hero of time? They said yes.
Okay, nice.
I'm like,
Wow,
that's awesome.
That's a wonderful name, right?
Right.
there. Link.
Yeah, I said, hey. I said,
You named
that's
your child
awesome.
Link.
So basically, when they're sitting there at this aquarium trying to get their kids' attention, they're like, Link, look! Link, listen!
Exactly. The irony was not lost on me. The irony was not lost on me, trust me.
Oh my god, this man's annoying. Listen.
Oh man, NASA
So,
GX.
I was about to go off to the main attraction, which is this huge walkway where you can literally walk underneath, where you can see sharks all around you. The tank is like 5 foot thick glass. You can see the sharks swimming around, above, and to the side. And I wanted to go see that, and I said, hey, you guys have a great afternoon, and make sure you take good care of that kid. He might end up saving the world one day.
Right. But yeah, so like, anyway, they had this exhibit that was supposed to contain frogs. Right, and you couldn't see the frogs in there anywhere, right? And I was like, what the heck is with this exhibit? You know, like, because, you know, at first I was like, well, maybe it's frogs that are like really good at camouflaging themselves. And then I'm looking at the pictures on the signage for the exhibit, and it's all like these. It's supposed to be like the brightly colored poison frogs, right? It's like, so it's like, okay, these things literally live by, you know, they don't camouflage themselves or hide. They just chill out in the middle of nowhere and rely on predators not wanting to eat them because they don't want to die, you know?
Right.
So I'm just like,
bright colors are like a neon sign saying "Do not touch" in the when you're in the animal kingdom.
Right. I mean, you know, mantis shrimp. That's another thing. That's another reason I don't think there was a mantis shrimp in that tank, because like mantis shrimps, a lot of the time come in very bright colors. So they're not poison or anything. You just don't want to fuck with one. You know.
Right.
Even the mighty octopus doesn't want to fuck with these little bastards. Oh man.
Just because an octopus can regrow a lost limb doesn't mean it wants to have to do that.
Right.
I want to go through that stretch.
Is that actually true? Octopi can regrow limbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I thought so. It's just one of those real life things that sounds too fictional to be true. Yeah.
The thing is, octopi or octopuses, which is apparently the correct
Octopi.
Octopuses is technically correct, actually. But either one is still considered correct by most people, but octopuses is technically actually the correct form. Anyway, but they have a very limited lifespan. Most species live like a year, if that. Because basically their mating cycle, the female lays her eggs in like a little cave, basically, and then blocks the entrance with her body and stays there. You know, so she basically starves to death while she prevents people, things from getting in there and eating her eggs. You know.
So she's the ultimate homebody.
Yes. Once she lays eggs, she just stays near them and doesn't eat anything. And
she's the ultimate mother.
Yeah, and in some species, the male like helps out. Like he'll come by and help blow fresh water over the eggs, so they stay oxygenated and everything. But like,
well, gee, you could bring a burger or something. God.
Yeah, I know. Like they don't really have that type of functionality where they can, where you can throw up food for the mother or anything. But Anyway. But yeah.
Oh my god, this Zol, I need to kill him, he's annoying me. Like, come on,
yeah.
leave him alone.
I died. But yeah, I don't know.
Crud, I half thought it was you I was brawling against.
Yeah. But yeah.
Other Magyar, apparently.
Yeah, there's another Magyar in there. Mine doesn't have the spiky ball hammer or the default color palette. I mean, I technically have both those things, but I don't use them. But yeah. I don't know. Like,
one of those things where
there are certain animal species that definitely need to be protected, and there are others that need to be wiped out with extreme prejudice. And sometimes I think we maybe kind of get on the wrong end of which ones are which, you know. So.
I love seeing kids at zoos.
Yeah.
I'm reminded this one time I was.
Oh my god, stop jumping!
I was hanging out. I was hanging out at your sister's store, and this one kid, as he was leaving with his parents, said, "You know, I wish dinosaurs were real, that they still existed." And I said, "Don't worry, kid, they're still real. We just call them politicians now." He gave me a puzzled look, and I said, "Ask your mom and dad."
Yeah, right.
Right? You understand when you're older.
Man.
Can't someone get this man off this man? Oh my, this man be running. Here's a thought, just kill him.
Love the...
If I could hit him.
I love that the Frank video where they talk about the mantis shrimp, and
he's like...
Jeez. And he's talking about how the mantis shrimp is the ancestor of the modern clown. Yeah.
Whose video?
It's a Frank. He's a he does videos about that channel does videos about animals. Like they're framed as fact videos, but they have a bunch of humor in there too. Like, the mantis shrimp is the ancestor of the modern clown, and like the modern clown, it usually dresses like an idiot. You know, like, it is also like the modern clown. It is a total psychopath, and you know, it just talks about.
I'm done with this bullshit.
Like, mantis shrimps. Like, they really are.
Come on.
Like,
is the channel spelled letter Z Frank, or is it ZE Frank?
ZE Frank 1, I believe, is the channel.
ZE Frank 1. Okay.
Yeah, ZE
I'll
Frank
drop
and the
that
number
down.
1. But yeah, like I think people have probably posted a couple of videos of his in like in the animals section of the Discord. But anyway. But yeah, his videos are hilarious.
Well, I like laughing and learning at the same time.
Today we will learn true facts about the armadillo. Oh, that's a typo. It's like, today we will learn true facts about the armadillo. I said it 2 times. Today we will learn true facts about the armadillo. Like,
I don't know, dildo sounds right to me.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It reminds me of a joke I read recently. I was so tired the other day, it took me a good 5 minutes to read it. It goes like this. A priest, a school teacher, and a rabbit walk into a blood donation center. And the person running it says, "What type are you?" She asks the rabbit, "What type are you? What blood type are you?" And the rabbit says, "I'm a typo."
Oh, jeez. That's so bad.
Yeah, what's worse, it took me 10 minutes to get it.
God.
What? I don't get it though. I'm a typo.
Yeah.
Okay,
So type O is a blood type, but typo is also means a typographical error, meaning instead of being a rabbit, it's supposed to be a rabbi.
Exactly.
So dumb.
Like, come on, no. This man is looking at me. Dumbass joke.
Yeah.
This man be looking at me.
If you have to explain the joke, then maybe it's not as funny.
Oh my god!
Woo! Ooh. Dang. Say GG and you'll be. Okay.
Watch me now.
In a world of pure humiliation. All right. All right. I think that's gonna be it for me.
Good night, everybody.
I want to thank everybody for coming by. Feel free to use the lobby while I'm gone. Hope everybody enjoys. Thank you all so much for watching. I will try to post an update video letting you all know what the new schedule is when there is one. So look out for that. And of course, as always, I do hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.
This is the way it has to end.
All right.